All right, this goes to the tubes of use. You don't get to see the face today. I'm sorry. All right, you just don't get to. You gotta just deal without me. My face is this mouse right here. You see this mouse? That's me. So Shane, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Ruxin, hello. I thank God that I finally found you, Shane. I'm locked in. It's not gonna be easy because I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna unmute them. I'm going to give them the opportunity to share their grace with the world. So I'm unmuting Canada. Bang. And I'm unmuting Cheek. Bang. Boys, how we doing?
I am so excited to make my stream debut. And I'm excited to rock this journey of wrestling. Well, journey with you guys. Let's do it.
Boom.
Me too. I am so excited to start my streaming journey. Never happened before. I am so damn excited to be on this journey as well.
Yeah, there's not a lot of Canadian streamers on this platform, Canada. So, Walnut Glut, maybe it's a channel that could, I don't know, maybe stream a little something and maybe make an impact.
Never know. You never know.
Yeah, it could happen. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to load in. We're going to show you guys our rosters here. We'll each break down our roster. And if you're wondering a little bit about Journey Wrestling, it is what for a long time was a browser-based booking simulator. It came to Steam this week. We had the great opportunity. Journey Wrestling reached out to me and said, hey, I've been enjoying your guys' GM mode. Would love if you guys check out my game. It's coming to Steam. Super excited. So we dove in. We did kind of a walkthrough of how everything works. And then we went and did a draft. And we enjoyed drafting so much that ended up actually being the whole video. We actually didn't do any booking yet. So you guys get the booking now. Yeah, I mean, it was too much. None of us wanted to step away. So what we're going to do is we're going to load it up. And look at that, right on cue. Journey Wrestling is here in the chat as well.
Oh, man.
We love to see it. He's from Texas, not Canada. Canada is worldwide. My Canada, not Canada itself. Canada itself is just Canada. So we're going to load ourselves up. We'll each run down our roster, and then we're going to start diving into things. So it starts on me, so I'll run down my roster. We ended up going like, was it 60 rounds?
Pretty much, yeah.
It was just too good. So to show our roster with each character, we won't click in all of them. You'll see these characters as we go. Actually, going for the booking page, we'll show them a little bit. So you can see here each character's got like a little sprite that gets created. The nice part about this game is there's so much creativity. Like there's truly like no limit to what you're able to do with this. So as we go, our stories may get a little bit chaotic, and that's perfect for us. So on my roster, this was initially WWF, WCW, and ECW, but then the way I set up the draft, some of the all the Japanese wrestlers were available as well. So we don't know those as well, but we're about to make some new stars.
We're about to know them.
Yeah, no, they're about to be some of our favorite wrestlers of all time. So on ECW, my main eventers to start off are going to be Mitsuharu Misawa, Shawn Michaels, Randy Savage, Ultimate Warrior, and he is the first one you can see here with this blue above his name. That means he has limited appearances. So he's got 4 appearances we'll be learning today. Kind of what that dictates for us. But the Ultimate Warrior, you're only going to get him 4 times. He's got all the charisma, but no work rate, which is true. Dr. Death, Steve Williams, Roddy Piper, limited to 1 appearance. Use it wisely. Ken Shamrock, Jushin Thunder Liger, Diamond Dallas Page, and Shane Douglas. In the upper mid card on ECW, we got the Honky Tonk Man vibing for 4 appearances. We've got the Homicidal, Suicidal, Genocidal Sabu, Kensuke Sasaki, Taz, Steve Mongo McMichael, Hawk and Animal, Satoshi Kojima, Shiro Kanishikawa. Ah, dang it. I was on a hot streak. I was on a hot streak. I'm not messing one up. Eddie Guerrero, Jerry Lawler, limited to 4 appearances. Scott Steiner, Jun Akiyama, Terry Funk, limited to 2 appearances. Rob Van Dam, Road Dogg, Rick Steiner, Billy Gunn, Tommy Rogers, Farouk, Perry Saturn, Dean Malenko, Manabu. Ah, damn it. Nakanishi. That sounds right. Ultimo Dragon, Juventud Guerrero, Mike Awesome, Hayabusa, Genitrio Tenryu. Then the lower mid card, we got Scott Norton, Buff Bagwell, Taka, Michinoku, Lance Storm, Chris Candido, Kidman, Brian Christopher, Scott Taylor, Chavo Guerrero Jr., our jabronis. We don't have
You don't have
anybody
any.
because
You don't have any.
dang it, I love everybody. And then are not available kind of are people that are out for injury or yet to debut. We've got Ric Flair, The Outsider, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, The Patriot, Conan, Yokozuna, X-Pac, Medusa, and Gangrel. So I'm going to go up top here. And WCW easily has the best roster. So Cheek, I'm gonna give it to you to take it away and tell us a little bit about this WCW roster.
Well, there's a lot to tell about this WCW roster. So I don't know if I'm gonna do the Japanese names anywhere near what you did, but if you watched our our regular our
2K?
what, yeah, sorry.
2K.
If you watched our 2K mode, you know I love Jumbo wrestlers, and right off the rip, one of our main eventers, his name is Jumbo. So I'm definitely gonna work with him. Of course, for this era, got Stone Cold,
Oh, hell yeah.
Undertaker, Kane. You got Lex Luger, total package, and you got Mick. Like, this roster is stacked, and these are just our main eventers. So let's browse down to the upper mid card. Again, we are a heavy Japanese influence, so I'm gonna think of some great storyline to work all these guys in to make them feel like they're a part of this home. And then we got Vader, The Rock, a young Rock. We got Goldberg, King Kong Bundy, Jeff Jarrett, Ahmed Johnson, Goldust, Sergeant Slaughter, because I pay homage to the elders, Butterbean, Bubba Ray Dudley, Devon Dudley, Don Fry, Jacqueline, who is our highest rated woman. And then the lower mid carders, we got Steven Regal, Booker T,
That scared me.
Godfather, Deborah, Disco Inferno, Al Snow, Steve Blackman, Mark Henry, D'Lo Brown, Spike Dudley, Iron Sheik, Mae Young, who can resist, and Little Guido. Dude, where does this
And Little
roster
Dragon.
and Little Dragon, our little jabroni? Like, where does this roster drop off? And look at all these guys I got waiting in the wings. I got the Hardy Boys, Val Venus, Rey Mysterio, Tess, Bob Holly, and Jim Neidhart. Come on.
And Cheek, that roster was so good that I got to give a thank you real quick over here to Kara Merrick. I butchered that like I was saying one of the Japanese names. Kara Merrick is what I'm going with. Thank you for the follow. That also made me realize we got a different little setup so you guys can see all our clicks and mouse drags here. So I need to bring up where'd it go? I need to bring up my alerts. That way they pop up on the screen and they're not hiding in the dark. So we're going to go ahead and go like this. We're going to go like this, and I'm going to replay it. Maybe. It didn't let me replay it, but Kara, thank you for the follow. And yes, you boys will have to be ready for random noises. Kara Marie C. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Oh, there we go. 1982 Perfect One says, let me step in here. Perfect One is the person that made us a Bragging Rights Arena in the 2K series that you're going to be seeing in Season 2. So we're looking good. Red, hello. And Ruxin, just wait. The more you watch us play this, the more you're going to want it. The more you're going to need it. The more you're going to desire it. And I will say, $15 game, but it's 15% off through the 12th. That's all I'm saying. And if you want to get yourself a preview, you can have the browser version. Now, I'm going to be honest. The Steam version's got a lot of features. But you can dip the toes in the water a little bit. And now we're going to dip our toes into the roster of the WWF run by Canada.
Oh, yes, sir. Okay, let's get the... Oh, don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, it's kind of... Why is it weird on me? Okay, here we go. I think. Every time I click a new thing, it, gets me off the parsec. That's weird. Okay. So we have all of our... Well, this is still cheap, I noticed.
Wow, trying to steal my shine.
He just loves your roster that much.
I
He's still
can't-
cheap. Hold on, I'll get you.
so
I'll
weird.
get you.
Yeah, change it for me, because I don't know what the hell's happening. Every time it loads, it kind of...
All right, now you're good.
Okay, so we have World Heavyweight, Intercontinental, European, Light Heavyweight. Got all the championships. And our main eventers, we have Hollywood Hulk Hogan, leader of the NWO. We have Kenta Kobashi. We have Sting. We have Steve Hansen. We have Mike Tyson, who's he's a part-timer, but he's also a main eventer, and I don't blame him. Don't blame him for being a main eventer. We have the Giant.
The
Dusty
Giant.
Rhodes.
Dusty
That
Rhodes,
Dusty Rhodes.
The Dusty Rhodes, baby. We got the Giant. We have Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. Another part-timer in Jake Roberts, who has 8 appearances left, while Mike Tyson has also 8. Okay, cool. El Samurai. I think it's different per every save because I think my part-timers have less on the draft we did. Anyways, El Samurai's and Shinjiro, not Shohei Otani. Love that. For upper mid carders, we have Sandman, Triple H, Koji Kantamoto, Mighty Inu. We still don't know how to say that last name.
Yeah.
Tommy Dreamer, Gary Albright, Dr. Wagner Jr., Tsuyoshi Kikuchi, Bam Bam Bigelow, Axel Rotten. The original, not the. Do not get it confused with the fake or the non-original Tiger Mask. Jerry Lynn, just incredible. Osamu Nishihimura and Kuniaki Kobayashi. I think I nailed that one.
That felt really good.
Yeah. Chris Jericho, Thrasher, Owen Hart, Mosh. So we got to get the headbangers right there. Kengo Kimura, China. It's our first one we drafted. Oh damn it. Tashuito Tawak. Oh, yeah, I'm just bailing on that. Mark Merrow, Chris Benoit, Chris Benoit. Skipping that name. The Fabulous Moolah, Balls Mahoney, Terry Runnels, Bradshaw, Psychosis, Vampiro, Francine. Why is my shit moving? Sable, Ivory, Luda, Kamala, the Blue Meanie, Philip Lafon. Sorry, there's no extra L there. Maso Inu, not to get confused with Mighty Inu. Doug Furnace, the Furnace, and Super Crazy. I also apparently do not have any jabronis. Not available to us is Brett, the Hitman Hart, who just literally got screwed.
Literally got screwed.
His thing is gone though after the draft.
Oh,
Remember
maybe
it was,
because
like,
he's not
got screwed?
available. Because I think when people come back from injury, we'll see it happen after pay-per-view. As people come back, I think we get the opportunity to make like gimmick changes. Oh shit! Wasn't ready. Hurricane coming in with the tier 1 sub. Brett.
We got what's it called David Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, Matsu Tanaka, Raven, and yet to make their debut, Edge and Christian, waiting in the wings. And there we go. That is my team.
All right, so yeah, so this is a magical time here. Basically, like I said, we couldn't stop drafting. Our intention was not to go 60 deep, but we had too much fun. So to give you guys kind of a quick, very frantically fast version of a rundown here, I'm going to show you guys just kind of each level of the menu and everything. For a deeper dive and explanation, we do have a video up at any point during today. If you're not subscribed to CodyVerse Wrestling on YouTube, !YT2 will give you a link so you can get your life right. So on the main dashboard, you'll always see the injuries that are going on. Again, with this, we've downloaded basically a scenario. I'm actually going to back us out to show you guys. There's a community tab here. You can create your own scenario, but you can load somebody else's scenario that's fictional or real. So you've got a modern day save with everybody. The dawn of WrestleMania. We are doing right after the screw job, but you could go earlier and start at the King of the Ring 96, the dawn of 316. So a lot of options there. You can also go to the community tab. You can search and download sprites of different wrestlers. You can download different segments. So if you wanted to add more custom segments, you can search through here, find quite a bit. So a ton of cool features you can do from the community side of things here. In the scenarios, what you'll see some people do is place. So I believe the timing of Edge and Christian's injuries, because Edge was up for a little bit, Christian debuted later. We believe some of these injury links are just to set it up so those wrestlers can be in the save and debut around when they would have in real life. But the dashboard will kind of keep you up to date with what's going on, if we have roster call-ups available, all that good stuff. The booking, you'll see us in here the most. This is where we're going to be booking our matches. Pay-per-views are all matches, but as we get into the weekly shows, that's going to be a hodgepodge of both matches and segments. But you can see, actually, maybe we can do segments on the pay-per-view. But you can see like all these different segments we have options for, which is pretty slick. There's an auto booker here. You won't necessarily see us use this a lot, but if you're playing and you want to mess around, you can have an auto booker. The C here is creative points. We are playing with creative points on, but anytime you start a save, you can turn on sandbox mode. I'll call it God mode. If you don't want to deal with creative points, you can do that and just do whatever you want. We like kind of having a little bit of the challenge there. The roster tab. So there's another version of the roster. It was just easier to show the sprites from the booking screen. This breaks them all down. Anybody red is injured or not available. Anybody in blue has limited appearances. Anybody else is good to go. You also have your tag teams. You have your factions. These are pre-existing based on the save we downloaded. But you can see up here, you can create a tag team. You can create a faction. Same thing with managers. You can assign managers certain talent, build relationships. The indies, if one of us want to get Vince Russo, we can do it. There will be certain people available right away, and then you'll see players, basically wrestlers, enter themselves into availability over time. But let's say that, you know, Canada views himself as a sniper. He could come in here and send like a scout and recruit and make sniper available to sign down the road. There's trading available as well. You can trade for one night, or you can make a permanent trade. On the company side of things, every event is going to have its own level of hype around it. You've got feuds you'll build up. Each title carries its own prestige. So obviously the WWF World title, tons of prestige. If you're putting on good matches, you build on that prestige. If you fail to do so, the prestige falls. Your match types also will build prestige. So if you're dedicated to booking tables matches and you have tables matches go well, the prestige of the match goes up, and thus the effects of the match go up. And then you can create brands if you wanted to, set up a yearly draft, a one-time draft, however you want to do it. Each year, so these are Canada's goals. We'll make sure each of us show you these. Each year we'll have goals that we need to go after. So for Canada, he'll need to win Wrestler of the Year. He needs, well, to get the second one, it would be have Tiger Mask win the Royal Rumble,
God.
which will be a big decision for him. And then
I literally already have that plan, and it was not that.
2 4.5-star or higher events. Doing these will get you more creative points. You'll also earn creative points each week as kind of like a payment for your show. So those will build up. Activity here of what you've done. You can see our kind of company looks here. You know, if he just wants to become the Canadian Wrestling Federation, he can do it. You'll lose a little bit of fans with the rebrand, but sometimes you need a rebrand. And then as we go,
You might have to do that. I don't know.
here at the start, so you can see it's based on real life this time. So WWF and WCW are, I think, dead even. I'm a lot further behind. So for us, from a competitive side, we'll go to this graph here, look at these fan changes as we go. But there's, I mean, tons of stuff here. You're going to see stats for wrestlers as you go, icons, most over, top face and heel, iconic teams. You'll have rankings that are available to you as you start to build. You can see the records for everybody. There will be a top 50 wrestlers list that comes out each year. There's tournaments you can do each year. Just a ton of stuff here. And as we get into the segments, it is next level. All the stuff you can do. So Perfect One, you're spot on. Like tons of detail. And since, you know, and again, like each of these wrestlers, I'm going to go to his roster here and just click on one. You know, each of these wrestlers have a sprite, but if someone else made a Kenta Kobashi with a different attire, you could download it and have him have alternate attires. So in this case, you can be Kenta Kobashi with facial hair or off a clean shave, but you might be able to put him in like green gear as an example. So a lot of depth. And then each wrestler, you can see face heel dynamic. You can also have neutral, popularity, age, status, full-time, part-time, or retired. The overness level, I think 80% or more is considered over with the fans, so they'll boost everything. We'll be managing morale and fatigue, and then everybody has work level, charisma level. Some will have special gimmicks and traits that apply as well. So tons of depth to this. So Canada, I'm going to go ahead and I know you were ready to rock, so I'm going to let you get the first show. And Rux and I agree, Twitch Mobile is torture.
First show is Armageddon, and it's gonna happen again. Okay, it's fine. I just gotta be prepared for that. Everything I click on. I think it books backwards, so we are booking our World Heavyweight Championship first is going to be. Oh wait, I have to set up something first.
Uh-oh. He's already cooking.
He ain't even in the kitchen yet.
Oh, sorry. It's. Where is it?
What are you looking for?
To like add a manager to somebody?
Roster and then managers.
Oh, that would make sense. Okay. We will add a
It
relationship.
hurts me that I forgot to draft
Miss-
Liz for Savage.
Can you click on? It won't let me click. Can you click Hogan for me?
You said
He was right at the
click
top.
Original Tiger Mask.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why that's happening with this. It didn't do that in our test, but there we go. Assigned. Book. Our first book is going to be for the World Heavyweight Championship. Hulk Hogan versus
Tyson.
Sting.
Oh.
Ooh.
And we are going to add a feud right off the.
I got you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Right there.
Ooh, a goo
I was gonna
fight.
make up a feud myself, like goo fight, but no, we are going mask
Oh.
versus career to start this one off. Will it be Hulk Hogan's career or Sting's mask, aka face paint?
Okay.
Juicy. I'm curious about what the hell that goo fight was about.
I know. Well, it's just anything you can make up.
Cheeks like, hold on, let me get a goo
What
fight
is-
set up
wait,
for
What is the
WCW.
substance of the goo?
You'll have to find out. Stay tuned.
Hmm.
We are going to book a backstage interview with the Hulksters. We are going to have, where is it? Another match. Light Heavyweight Championship. It is going to be Steve Hansen, the Cowboy, versus Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect, who is not perfect yet because he was in WCW at this time. And where the hell is he? El Samurai, baby. The masked.
Okay, so hold on, was that a triple threat?
Oh, yeah.
So that is where, see, Canada did this on purpose I can clear it. Canada did this on purpose just to show you guys, when you're trying to book a multi-person match, you can grab this multi-person up top, and then he could click away and say, Stan Hansen, Kurt Hennig, El Samurai.
There, that's what
Where the hell did the belt go?
like it's already,
Oh, yeah, you already had it?
yeah.
Okay, I'll hand it back.
Okay, let's book this
Cowboy
bad boy.
Hennig.
What is going on here? Okay,
Good book.
I'm not sure why. Can you select titles?
Yep.
Light heavyweight.
Light heavyweight, boom. And that,
There
for
we go.
both you guys, so we are using Parsec for this. It's first time doing Parsec live, so if they have any confusion, they'll hand it over to me. I'll click for them. Otherwise, we'll let them run. So if you guys have any
Yeah, I
issues,
don't
just
know.
let me know.
I would also like to add a gimmick onto that.
Like a gimmick.
Make it a ladder match.
Ladder.
Add that gimmick.
Boom.
Okay, and then we are all. This is kind of like setting up all of our championships. What else is intercontinental except super intercontinental? We have our Asian superstars, our Japanese superstars coming in. We have Kenta Kobashi versus Shinjiro Otani versus Koji Kanemoto in a multi-person triple threat match.
You could say it's like Kane's mom, Kane Mutta.
Kane Moda, and it's going to be a steel cage match. We gotta make Armageddon a really good pay-per-view. We gotta come out hot after the draft. And then obviously, because if you are following our GM mode on 2K over on YouTube, you will know that Cody Hollis is also running ECW. And what do I not like about ECW?
That
What?
I'm really good.
No, because they screw up every single pay-per-view I've ever done ever.
What?
So
What? No way.
if I can find it, it is.
Look at this. So you're telling me there's a search feature you can use to search for a feud?
It won't let me. search.
What do you need me to search?
Slander, please. There it is.
Damn it.
And then
Nice.
go ahead and no, I don't
Select
want
World
to.
Championship Wrestling. Gotcha.
I'm gonna need you to do this for me. You know what
Yep.
to do. Do it to yourself. Thank you.
I'll do
And we're
it
gonna go
twice.
ahead and we're gonna head. Oh,
Who
Jake
is
Roberts.
slandering? Oh, Jake Roberts.
Jake Roberts, because it doesn't use
Wow.
up. It doesn't use up one
Damn.
of his appearances to be in a.
Just out here slandering.
That is true.
Sling and slander.
And our next match here is we got select match for the European Championship. Even though we don't really have that many Europeans, we're gonna go ahead and head up to Canada, baby. Chris Jericho versus Chris Benoit. We're gonna book that. We're gonna add a feud.
Had a feud. Bang.
Make a greatest wrestler. Who's the greatest Chris? Who's the greatest Canadian? We're gonna
And
find out.
As I cue this up, with some of these stories, I was gonna
Oops,
let
sorry.
me pull up real quick. I'll put it back on. With some of these feuds, you'll notice little notations here. So for greatest wrestler, you can see that both wrestlers in the feud have to have a high work rate. So you would not be able to use this feud. This lightning is basically how much like heat the feud has. This is a feud that starts with a lot of heat to it, but you wouldn't be able, not trying to insult the man, but you wouldn't be able to do Hulk Hogan versus Kamala and have it be the greatest wrestler feud. They wouldn't have a high enough work rate. So some of the feuds are specific to some of those wrestler characteristics. So as you build your roster and expand your roster, those are things to keep in mind.
Perfect call out. Next is going to be just a singles match in China and Ivory. Put that on the card. Next, we are putting in our first tag. And I think either we are going to go with the hardcore chair swinging freaks and the headbangers for the championship. And it's just going to be a normal tag match. Like I said, we're getting every championship here on the line.
I think it's smart. Get
Next.
everything assigned.
It's exact because you can't assign it. Actually, you have to like have a match for
Mhm.
it. Next, I forgot to kind of set up that the reason we're doing Hollywood Hulk Hogan versus Sting is we actually had a 16-person tournament, and the Hulksters and Sting were the final two competitors, but who were also in the semifinals. The Giant actually lost to Sting, and Triple H. No, sorry, the other way around. The Giant lost to Hulk Hogan, and Triple H lost to Sting. So they are going to have a match because they do not think that was very fair. And can we also add a feud to this one
Bang.
and just make that one? We're gonna make that. That one didn't trigger like it did in my save. In my save, I had an "I'm above you" feud. Because Triple H is a mid card and the Giant is an above card. So we're just going to have to go ahead and write that one in. So write in "I'm above you."
Testing my typing here.
Good
Boom.
grammar.
Let's go. Let's go.
Gotta hit that apostrophe there. Too risky without
Boom.
it.
Throwing that one in.
I didn't know if you're gonna do it or not.
I was nervous. It was a big
And
moment
the-
there.
And the last thing we're going to do is book a little backstage interview with Hulk Hogan. That's it. And that is our Armageddon. So I don't think we're ready to play it yet. I think we're going to book everything first.
And then just to quickly show as well as these events get booked, if we ever make a mistake, you can see kind of like the way the mouse is set up here. You have the ability to just kind of slide and move stuff. So you'll want to book backwards, but if you do make a mistake, you can just reorder everything. So Cheek, do you want to go now or do you want me to take the reins?
So with your bookings, the segments, does that count as like a use of an event? Like
Yeah.
how you get 4 to 10? Okay.
Yes,
So you get
yeah.
10 items.
Yeah.
Okay. You can go ahead. Go ahead,
All right,
Cody.
let's head
Take over your stream and let's see what. Ugh.
All right. So the first thing I'm thinking to start is I definitely want Shawn Michaels in a hot feud. So I want it to be good work rate. sort of my strategy is knowing that we have a Wrestler of the Year trophy that happens like right away. So I'm just going to put my 2 best guys in a world title feud and have Shawn Michaels and Mitsuharu Misawa compete. Top of the card, trust these guys. Let's see what type of feuds we have here. So you can see these ones grayed out. You know, there's certain feuds, like I think Vicious Beatdown's like a segment that could lead to it type of thing. You can have a face versus face feud. So a little bit more. And that's kind of nice too, is like, you know, in 2K we're, you know, pretty restricted in terms of follow these rules or things are going to go poorly. This, we've got a lot more variability, but we're going to go with that greatest wrestler feud on these 2 guys and trust the big work rate. I'm going to go with a segment. I might put this further down the card when I lock it in. But I want to build, one of the challenges I have is to build overness with the Ultimate Warrior. So we had showed Canada's. I'll show you guys my challenges for this year, my goals. So I have to win a match of the year. I have to have 2 5-star poll matches, which fingers crossed. But I need to get Ultimate Warrior over. I believe 80% is over. And Ultimate Warrior is 47% overness. So I have 4 appearances, 4 matches that I can work on. So we're just going to try segments with him and see if we can build him through some good segments. If it doesn't work, then we will just have to make a little adjustment. So we're going to go with a face promo with... I always get myself confused. Grabbing their people. There we go. Ultimate Warrior with a spirited promo. Hopefully his promos get him over. One of the tricky parts is we do not have as much title depth. I'll definitely be looking to add championships using some of my creative points to that. But we won't do that here at the start. So for the tag titles, we've got a pretty robust tag team division here. We've got the Legion of Doom, RVD and Sabu, Steiner Brothers, Bull Powers, Vicious and Delicious, New Age Outlaws, Candido and Storm. Too much there is like a lower team to develop. I think we're going to open things up with the Legion of Doom against RVD and Sabu as kind of our first tag feud here. So we're going to click over here. We're going to add that feud. And I'm just kind of scrolling just to look at like some of the other feuds that are sitting there. Just to kind of show these guys or show these feuds off. So like Cheek has Undertaker, but he wouldn't have WrestleMania. If you have like a streak on the line, like you could do, if someone ends a big winning streak at a major show, like you could have revenge for the person doing the streak. Like there's so much stuff here, like feud wise. We're gonna go with a nice, simple custom feud. Now this, hold on, let's randomize a few names, see if something. Oh, whoa, that kind of speaks to me. RVD and Sabu, they were blazing it up together. They weren't paying attention and they took the parking spots of Hawk and Animal, and Hawk and Animal are pissed. They're like, you kidding me? That's our parking spot. You gotta pay respect to the old timers. So we'll see what happens with that. Television title. See, I'm thinking, what I think I want to do is I want to create kind of like a cruiserweight, light heavyweight style title, and I want Jushin Thunder Liger for that. So I was tempted with like him and Kim Shamrock. Savage is really over, but I might keep him off a belt for the time being. Ken Shamrock, I love him. I drafted him very early due to my love of him, but he's not that over. I just want to see if there's like someone with crazy overness down here. Taz would be someone really solid with it. Let's do Taz. We're gonna make this a multi-person, which we have checked up there. We're gonna go Taz, Eddie. So we got a couple face, or one face, one heel. And then to give the match a little sizzle, we're gonna get Dr. Death in there. It's gonna be a triple threat for the television title. We're gonna book it up. And I want to see... Okay, so we would have to add the feud separately. So I think we'll see how this match goes. And then I'll determine like what feud I want to do with this. coming out of that. Then we're going to go with a tag team match here between the Steiner Brothers and the New Age Outlaws. We're going to add a feud to that. Let's see what the random... Oh, he insulted...
Your mother's a terrible cook.
Road Dogg and New Age Outlaws insulted the cooking of Mrs. Steiner. And the boys are pissed about that. And then we're going to go back to the segment front. We're going to have a fight. We're going to have a fight backstage. And in that fight, it's going to be Ken Shamrock. And who do I feel like would just get into a fight with Shamrock? Obviously Scott Steiner, but he's busy.
Taz is pretty crazy.
Ooh, I think I'm going to go Mike Awesome. I want to build up Mike Awesome. Ken Shamrock and Mike Awesome. Mike Awesome's neutral. Ken Shamrock's a face. So we're going to have those guys fight backstage to start a feud. And that feud is going to be over a toilet prank.
You just hit it once and you're like, yep, that's
yeah,
the
no,
one.
the rando is like, Cody, I got you. There's nothing to... Like, I'm sitting here like, all right, what creative thing do I want to do? And then I got this rando button just taking care of me like its own child. It's amazing. Then we're going to have just like a crazy work rate multi-person match. So Hayabusa, Juventud, Ultimo, Dean Malenko. I think we're going to put Just Thunder Liger in this thing. Sort of like a cruiserweight open, but it's unofficial yet. This is going to be kind of like showing the fans like, hey, we got a lot of guys here that can work a great match. You know, keep your eyes peeled. We're going to do some great things here in ECW with these guys. So this is just going to be a very chaotic... Oh, shit. I was still in the segment. Dang it. This is going to be a very chaotic multi-person match with just all these work rate guys. I have no idea. This might be a rando victor. I have no idea who I want to win this, but it's going to be an 8-way match. All the chaos. How... Oh, a gimmick is tempting there, but we'll hold. I've got 3 left here. Is this Tony Khan Simulator? No, because my dad's not rich. What's good, Nats? We're going to get another tag match. And we're going to go a triple threat tag here. Vicious and Delicious, Candido and Storm, and Too Much. Put them on the card. So you can see here a minus 30 alignment boost. So I'm actually going to adjust that because I think they're all 3 heel teams, and that's why that happened. We got 2 heels and a neutral. Oh, the Bull Powers are also neutral. So I need to build a face tag team. So I'm going to adjust this. We're going to go Candido and Storm versus the Bull Powers for now. And internalize that. One of the things I think I want to do after the pay-per-view is find a team to make a face tag team. And then we're going to have a segment from... Ooh, off-camera assault. Stare down. We might do a little stare down like ahead of the main event. Have Michaels and Masawa build the feud kind of in the middle of the show. Well, not the middle, towards the beginning of the show. And then I want to see, I think there are... Very same. You can see here, all these segments have ratings as well. So if we're booking certain segments and running with it, it makes those production things better. So I'm going to go and open it up with, I don't know if so this wouldn't boost event hype now because we're already at the event. So I think that would be, do I just full send to make this a main event amazing? Might do that. So I would have... The main event package opens up. Shawn Michaels and Masaru Masawa come out for a stare down. I think we have the 8-man Chaos lead us off. That's sort of TNA booking. Just put like all these amazing guys out there. Cool things off. Candido and Storm versus the Bull Powers. Then Ken Shamrock and Mike Awesome fight over a toilet prank. Then we find out the New Age Outlaws insulted the Mutta of the Steiners. And then I think I'm going to move this up. I'm going to put the promo of Ultimate Warrior. Again, we have a challenge to try to get him over, but we have limited appearances. So we're going to try to see what we can do with promos and then strategically find feuds for him that would have one match. And I feel good. I like this first show. So very similar to Canada. We won't hit play yet. I think you can play them individually, but we'll wait until we all have a show and go from there. So Cheek, I send it off to you. Good luck with your booking, sir.
Ooh.
And if you need any helps with clicks,
Yeah,
part
I'm
6
very
being weird,
curious
just let me
to
know.
see. Is it being weird for you?
All
Or not?
right. Not too bad. All right. So we got some matches to book, eh? So let's go ahead. And we got to start hot. Okay. So what we're going to do.
So Kane.
Hold on. Just, can you let me work my word? All right. So we're going to have to make our own little tag teams here. Where is...
So if you go to type, where up top where it says tag, type tag, make that 2v2. That'll open up where.
Yes, that's the cheese. All right, so right off rip, we have to get some things going, and how we're gonna do that? We gotta get The Rock and Sock,
Oh.
and who are they going against? Well, better than. This is big.
Uh-oh.
This is big. This is big. Undertaker and Kane. We gotta do it.
Shit.
We gotta do it. So, yeah. And it's for the tag team title. We're gonna book that. This is gonna be bananas. Alright.
Oh, okay. It says
Oh.
feuds cannot be created with temporary teams, so you won't be able to have this be a full feud.
Temporary teams.
You could
My-
also use creative points. So, oh, I forgot to put stipulations. That's alright.
Yeah, you can use creative points to put them all together. You
Yeah.
have the most creative points.
Oh, really? Okay. I don't know if I'll do that yet. I can tinker with that for future shows. But seeing as how this is a pretty big matchup, we gotta go. We gotta get this first blood.
Damn.
So do I just click add?
Boom.
There we go. So there we go. All right.
Egg.
All right.
Alright.
Okay. So now, back to business. I mean, good lord. I would just pay for that match alone. And then, so, we're walking through this. Bill Goldberg says, I want a match. And he says, I'm the only thing that's solid gold around here. And Goldust says, wait a minute. So we have the battle. The battle of gold.
Good old fashioned gold off.
The gold off. And that's what it's gonna be. A gold off.
We love a gold off. Boom.
The loser might get kicked off the show.
Oh,
Just
shit.
Hold
saying.
on.
Just saying. All right. So, let's get back to booking. We're just cooking now. We're just cooking. I got all these great ingredients right here, and I'm just throwing them together, and everything's just beautiful. So, all right. Let's do a little segment now. Let's break it up for a minute. So what we're gonna do is have a we are gonna have no, I like up here. We're gonna have a spirited promo, and we are going to
And then you'll go up top and click singles to bring the rest of it. Because that was where I was like, wait.
okay, just had to make sure.
Yep.
A spirited promo with Sergeant Slaughter
Aw.
because he has that spirit of America, and he
Hell
thinks
yeah.
this is still
Yeah,
the
he
greatest
does.
country on the face of the earth. And he's gonna let everyone know about it
Hell
Mm.
yeah.
at Starcade. So that's what we're gonna do. All right. So we're gonna book that. I don't know where I can see Slaughter's like
What are you trying to figure out?
how this affects his limited appearances. Does this not matter? The
So if you
segments?
go up to like his thing now, don't go over another name, and then you can scroll in there now.
Oh,
So
7
you'd have
appearances.
7, but I believe it's just the segments are
not
fine,
in 7.
matches take
Okay.
away. So you have
All
7
right.
matches with them.
Don't care. Let's go then. All right. So Slaughter's gone out there. He's bringing the noise for the boys.
Boy, nice.
And then we need to crown a heavyweight champion. What's a show without a heavyweight champion? But we got to get Stone Cold, one of our most popular wrestlers, in this mix. And of course, lots of good competitors. but-
Jacqueline.
Easy. But Stone Cold might be the total package, but Lex Luger says, hey, I am the total package. And then Jumbo Tsuruta comes in, says, wait a
Aw.
minute.
The
In Japan-
46-year-old trying to go for one last run.
In Japan, I am Shin Shmaini, which means total package in Japanese.
Damn.
So,
Good.
we have our heavyweight fight. And that's going to be our main event. And let's see. Take 3 or 4 levels of cages and stack them on top of
Triple
each
cage
other.
match,
We are having
baby.
a triple cage match, apparently.
WCW's finest.
I'm torn. I think just as a fan, this first blood, this should be main event.
Yeah.
Because this thing is badass. Undertaker and Kane, how can you not have Paul Bearer? I'm just going to throw him in. How can you not? Alright. So, things are looking good. But then, we have all of this other international flavor. Masanobu, Toshiaki, Kira. We have Masahiro. This is...
I don't know why I thought you were about to
Yuki?
just go Ahmed Johnson.
Oh, gosh, no. Anyways. And I think... Hiroyoshi, Yoshiaki. There are so many Yoshis. I
Yo,
can have
what's
a
good,
battle
Spartan?
of Yoshis. Alright, so we're gonna book this. It is gonna be a... I don't know. It's just gonna be a cluster F match. That's what I'm gonna call it. And this is gonna be for our World Television Championship, since this is all over the world. All right, so we got a couple belts left. We have the... I don't have a tag team belt, so I'll work on that. Or, no, sorry, it's already booked. Sorry.
You're forgiven this time.
This time, everybody gets one. So, we're going to have our Cruiserweight Championship now. So, Cruiserweight. I'm cruising, I'm looking. Butterbean probably not the best fit for a Cruiserweight. So, I got to think.
What's
Little
good, Screens?
Guido.
Happy Saturday, brother.
Little Guido, Little Dragon. I don't have anyone else with the name Little.
Not yet.
And I think it'd be funny if we have Vader go for the cruiserweight belt. Yes, we can. Because we can do anything on this great game.
Those are facts.
Alright. Alright. I think.
And then I'll make the call here as well. So since Starrcade is the event for WCW and has such prestige, if you notice, Cheek actually gets 12 segments for this. I was 10. Canada, I think you were 10 as well.
Oh yeah, it was 10 here.
Starrcade is it. Alright, let's get back to a segment. We gotta get something going here. So who's we're gonna have Steven Regal come in, and he's gonna give a promo. He's gonna give a backstage interview, and what he's gonna discuss, we'll find out once we play Starrcade. Big announcement from Regal. All right.
Oh, Canada hates that belt.
And then we have the United States Heavyweight Championship.
I love that belt.
The United States Heavyweight Championship. So, and of course, we're going to have a strong man to represent this strong country. So we have Ahmed Johnson. Jeff Jarrett's going to get his crack at the belt. Mark Henry, the world's strongest man, says, I want this. If Ahmed Johnson's in, I'm in. And then, of course, Booker T is going to get his crack in this fatal 4-way match. We're going to book that down. And I don't think we're going to add any gimmicks. Actually, let's add a gimmick.
I feel like I gotta go back to mine and put one pole match in there to see what happens.
Yeah,
now,
we
what's
gotta...
on the pole though is the question.
Oh no, the mother of Booker
no.
T.
Oh
sits
my god.
On the pole.
That is
Whoever
insane.
gets Mama Booker first is the U.S. champion.
Wow.
That is
So
Oh
insane.
my god.
Oh my
we're
god.
gonna go ahead. Booker T's own mother strapped to the pole, and she's like, "Son, help!" And yeah, so wow, that is a thing.
The auto generate is on fire.
It don't miss. Okay. Where to go from there? We got to get some ladies involved. So we got what's crackling, Jacqueline, and then Mae Young. How many appearances though? She gets 4 appearances. She got 4 appearances left. But what better way to use one of them? Right here, Starrcade.
Biggest show
So
of the
Mae
year.
Young, biggest show of the year. And honestly, yeah. Deborah's getting in there. This is a triple threat match. Can I choose a gimmick now? Like this?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Can I customize?
Orb man, it's awesome. It's awesome. As we get further and further in, you'll see like there's just truly no like the limitations how far your imagination goes.
Can I edit the object on the pole?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Whatever you want to hang on that pole. Oh, the
This-
coolest cash.
This is finally a reality.
Oh, hold on. Switch to the
dang it.
chair. So I think
Did
once
I
you
not
have it,
hit
it'll be
enter?
good. Yeah.
Okay.
There it is. The triple threat Cole's cash on a pole match. Oh, you removed it off.
Oh my word.
Oh,
There
look
it
at.
is.
Oh, there we go. It's still there. It's still there. So you just got to hit book.
Oh, okay.
Then you
That's
got it.
what was throwing me. Okay. Cole's cash. Finally we have a battle for the Cole's cash. Can Mae Young get her old ass up that pole for some great savings? All right. So we got just a couple events left. But the Iron Sheik.
Cheeky baby.
Sheiky baby. Sheiky's about to get his segment. Because Sheik has something to say.
You better not say America's Octui. He's gonna give a promo. Oh no.
And you're gonna find out when we press play. Alright. So let's start to wrap this up. And what is a show without a tag team match from the Dudley Boys? Yeah, there we go.
Ooh, Orb-Man hoping for the Al Snow promo.
You know what, Orb-Man? Since you asked, we will give. You will shall receive. But first, we got the Godfather who says the Ho Train's about to run over the Dudley Boys. And his partner,
number one hoe.
who's his partner gonna be? Can it be Burn, baby, Burn? The Godfather, you know those hoes love the disco.
That they do.
Or can D'Lo come in? You know what?
All over the place.
That's just one of those
Disco.
combinations that just work. Like, that just works in my head. The Godfather with Disco Inferno.
It does.
Well, we'll have to come up with a good name for them if it works, if it's a thing. But we have something to handle right here. We're gonna go down. Al Snow.
Al?
Al Snow has something to say. And what do you think it could be? If he has one question to ask.
Could tease a fight. He could stand very tallly. Could be tensely pulled apart. Kidnapping.
Ooh, could he desecrate a grave? Whose grave?
Home invasion, car destruction.
He's gonna do some smack talk, I think.
And then you'll need one more person. So this will be fun. Cannon and I didn't book one like this. So in this case, Cheek will pick a second person to be part of this promo. And then he actually will pick who, quote unquote, wins the promo.
Oh, yeah.
So certain segments you pick, like who comes out on top of the segment. All these things you can either pick who you want or simulate. So the question is, who is Al Snow going to be smack talking with?
Oh, Al Snow. He's gonna shit talk Butterbean because he's gonna say, "Hey, Butterbean."
Oh shit! You'll have to tune into the pay-per-view to find out.
Yeah, that's yep.
All right,
That's
so
it. And we're gonna just move this up.
once she gets his order, we'll go through just kind of a last check for everybody, make sure we're good. I'm gonna add a stipulation where I forgot to. Kanda, we'll check yours quick, and then we'll be into our first show.
Woo.
Opening up with a pay-per-view. It's gonna be intense.
1 second. I'm gonna steal Cody's thing. I'm gonna get rid of the Regal,
Okay.
Goodbye, Steven.
and I liked your.
Whole show, probably.
No, not really. What was like that show intro thing you did?
So if you click production, it'll sort it down to those.
That's what it was.
It will be there if you scroll, but yeah. And each of these production ones, again, you can kind of like level up the ability of your producer as well. So event package, I think would only be good on weeklies. Like I think now that we're at the event, it's already got the hype it can have.
Okay.
But you could boost the main event or do like a video package and just like in general.
Do main event package. And then. Alright. I guess we'll just leave it at the beginning.
I feel like it's
think. So, all right, I think that is a card. Whew, take it away.
All right, so I'm
Please.
gonna make my adjustment here because I forgot to put. I wanted to wait to do stipulations at the end and then forgot. Now I only have 100 creative points here, so I've got to be careful. But I have a challenge to have a really good on a pole match, so I feel like my main event. I trust these two guys to put on a banger. I could potentially get one of these on a pole matches handled. Do I not even have a pole match after being told I need to do it? Oh, it's the first one. Thank God. I was like, wait.
Oh, please, come on.
The DNA of Shawn Michaels. All right. Just like a little tube.
I love the first one. Like, you just have to go with the first one.
And Spartan 7 straight streams. Thank you so much. Getting older, excited to use. I feel that. I did yard work today. I love yard work. Love yard work. It's like one of my few old man characteristics. All right. So I think I'm good with that. Just the one match type for now. Hopefully we'll build up the creative points. Go crazier for the second pay-per-view, but I might as well try a pull match since I have that challenge, and then Canada, I'll pull yours up just in case you have any last-second changes you have, and then...
Let me quickly
Canada,
check
can you do a
too.
poll match so we can generate a random thing?
All right, yeah, I think I actually will. We will do Chris Jericho versus Chris Benoit. Let us add a... Mine's a 20.
One of the
because-
Chris's is at the top of the poll.
Here we go. One generate.
Pull. The
passport.
pack.
Oh, yeah, baby. The
Oh,
Canadian
that, you don't want to
passport.
lose that, Chris.
He
You
will
really
be
don't.
Locked in Canada if
Oh.
he loses that.
And if you win the passport, you win the European Championship.
That's a, well, yeah, because you got to be able to travel, you know.
Okay, so also,
Oh.
by the way, the reason I'm allowed to do that is I unplugged my other monitor and now it's not glitching. So,
Ooh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Good comms on that. I didn't think about that.
so yeah, I'm ready. I think I'm good.
So I think for the show itself, I'll let you, since you're not having issues, we can just split through. So I think if we just hit play on one, it should send us through. So this is pretty cool if you guys haven't seen this. So each event will come with it, kind of like a poster of the featured superstars you have. So as you make sprites yourself or download other ones, I think the pay-per-view is kind of cool. So you can see here for the Armageddon preview, World Wrestling Federation presents Armageddon live tonight in front of a mostly packed audience. Fan interest is on par for the event, which is headlined by Hollywood Hogan versus Sting for the WWF World Title. One of the more anticipated matches of the night is Kenta Kobashi versus Shinjiro Otani versus Koji Kanemoto for the Intercontinental title in a steel cage match. They talk about the Stan Hansen match, triple threat for the light heavyweight title, Jericho and Benoit fighting for that passport. And then you hit continue, and they create predictions, which, again, it's kind of a cool little way. So the predictions tonight, we'll have to see what actually happens, is Hogan over Sting.
Okay.
Stan Hansen for the light heavyweight title. Otani becomes the Intercontinental Champion. Benoit wins the title and his passport. China over Ivory. The chair swinging hardcore freaks get the tag belts, and the Giant takes on Triple H. But let's see what happens. Canada, take it away.
Here we go. We started with our Hollywood Hogan interview. I guess that makes sense. Yes. So we have our Hollywood Hogan interview. He is talking about how Sting has his face paint and his fan support, but Hulk Hogan has the Hulkamaniacs, and it's a different story of fandom there. So this is just more than for the WWF Championship. Hogan says that Sting is hiding behind his mystique and his face paint, and wants to send Sting back to WCW defeated and broken.
And you can see as the show goes, the ratings pop up, and then the prestige of his backstage interview segment went up. So as he does more of those segments can become better.
And in our next match, we have the Giant versus Triple H. And this is kind of the conclusion of the two losers of the tournament. They are the reason they are not in the main event. Is this the match? Or yeah, it's the next match. They have come out and they have decided that they want to challenge each other to matches to become the #1 contender. Triple H says it doesn't really matter what the Giant wants. I almost called him the Big Show. What the Giant wants, because the Triple H is going to win the Royal Rumble in 1 month anyways. So, who wins this match? We are just going to stimulate. The Giant
Wow, and you can see
takes
the,
down Triple H, says, I don't care about the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble is not right now. Right now it's Armageddon. And the Giant takes down
And then with
Eight.
this being our first match, I'll take Mouse real fast, just kind of run down everything you'll see in this breakdown here. So the Giant winning is going to get 14 popularity. Triple H by losing is going to lose 12. Now, you don't always necessarily lose popularity if you lose a match. Obviously, as you build feuds, if there's two guys in a 5-star match, they're both going to benefit. If you ever want to launch someone's popularity, have them beat a superstar above them. They'll get a lot of popularity, but obviously the loser may be dropping. They may get upset. So in the case here, again, you kind of come over to the rating here. 3 stars on the match. The I'm above you feud did not gain any additional increase from this specific thing. But you can see the Giant gains a little overness. Triple H drops a little overness. The Giants' morale goes up. And then that 14 and 12 is the popularity. So with each segment, and you can see like Hogan had his popularity go up just from his segment. So each thing you do, those are kind of the key things you're looking at to track what's going on, and it'll update after each match or each segment.
Very good. And continuing on, we have our WWF Tag Team Champions. Is it going to be the hardcore chair swinging freaks, or is it going to be the headbangers taking this one away? Again, I don't really have a plan right now for the Tag Team Champions, so I want to see where this one lies. We're going to simulate the Tag Team Championship, and the headbangers are going to come out on top. A little bit of a low-intensity match, but that's okay. It was just a normal Tag Team match, just kind of a mid-card match. As we know in our GM series, you kind of just shove your mid-card unpopular matches in the middle. So there we go. And coming up to here, we have China versus Ivory, and I do have a plan for China, so we are going to go ahead and just click China. China wins this match.
Ooh, 3 1/4.
Force wins the match in a 3 1/4 star match. For the WWF European Championship, we have a pole, and these two men have to climb the pole and grab either Chris Benoit's passport. Who's going to get it? Is it going to be Chris Benoit? Is it going to be Jericho? Who takes home the passport? I'm also simulating this one because, again, I just want to see where championships lie. That's what I want to see. So, Chris Jericho wins the passport and the championship. So now I don't know. I don't think we saw where we were. Did we? Was that a part of the?
I don't think it said no.
So I don't know if we're in America. Chris Benoit might be stuck in America. If we're in Canada, we might be stuck in Canada. In a huge
match, just what we were saying. Both guys gain overness on that 4 1/4 match. Great match there for the European title.
Exactly. So moving on, we have Jake Roberts coming out to the ring with his signature snake bag. He pulls out a snake and says, even though I do have snakes, you know what? You know what's more of a sideshow and a circus act? ECW.
5 stars on that.
Roberts says true wrestling is about skill and outsmarting opponents, not about extreme violence and chaos. He challenges fans to recognize real wrestling over at WWF. Ooh, and our Intercontinental Championship 55+ hype triple threat steel cage match. Kenta Kobashi, Shinjiro Otani, and Koji Kanemoto. I just broke that one up. And guess what we're doing? We are simulating to see who wins the championship. I hope. I do have a hope, but let's see if the winner wins. No, it is Shinjiro, not Otani, not Shohei Otani. But I do like his plus 77.
Yeah,
a little bit of a minus to the other two. That might be the best winner, even though it is not who I wanted in a 4 1/2 star match. And moving on to our light heavyweight championship here with Stan Hansen, Kurt Hennig, and El Samurai. We do have a plan here, so I'm going to go ahead and click a certain name. Cody, I'm going to throw this one over to you because it's our pre-main event. Who do you think? Who do you think is going to take this one? If there's a plan, if you had to guess.
If there's a plan, I think you're gonna push Kurt Hennig. If you hit random, I believe in El Samurai.
And Cheek.
That's literally, I agree with 100% with what Cody just said.
Well,
I think El Samurai is gonna get it.
Oh no,
are 100% right. Kurt Hennig is taking this one, and he wins the light heavyweight championship in a 5-star ladder match, baby.
Kurt Hennig getting a push.
He's getting a little pushy poo. Moving on to the backstage interview. We interview Hogan again. I don't know why. I think I
That's
meant
Hogan, baby. Now let me tell you
Hogan.
something, brother. I'm gonna tell you something again, dude.
I definitely meant to do in my my pre-made one here. I had backstage confrontation with Giant and Triple H. That's why I was confused to start.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. So, anyways, Hogan cuts the exact same. He says the exact same thing. He literally just cuts the exact
That's
same promo,
realistic,
dude.
though.
Yeah. And in our main event, I again do have plans here. I hit the feud mask versus career, and Hogan was kind of toying around with the idea that Sting should lose his mask. He didn't put up his career yet, so nothing has been set in stone. We're just starting the feud. Like, we're not blowing it off, obviously, so it's not ending today. So, what do you think? Who do you think is coming out on top on this one? Cody.
I think Sting, and that's what sets Hogan off. He loses his mind, and he has to get the championship back.
Yeah, that's interesting. And Cheek.
I'm WCW, so I'm going Sting. I like Sting.
You want Sting back in WCW?
I want
because
Sting back into my soft, caring arms.
That's what Hogan wanted me to do. Well, guess what? For the first time, we are going to add a finish to this match.
Oh.
And it is going to be a count out.
And you can see there for that. So with the finishes, some will be the ones that cost creative points tend to be a positive, but in this case, you can see it helps the feud last longer. There's a little bit of a rating penalty, but it's basically like real life. It's keeping these guys both strong.
Exactly, because at pay-per-views, usually your a normal match adds +1. This is going to bring it down to 0.75 to keep it a little more fresh. And with this finish being added, I don't really care who takes it. So again, it doesn't really matter. So because it is going to be a double count out because no titles are changing hands. No matter what happened, I'm just calling it a double count out. So we're simulating it is a double count out. And that ends.
Oh, no.
The WWF World Heavyweight Championship does not change hands. And the last thing that happens is Vince McMahon comes out at the end and says, Hulk Hogan, you said you want to put your career on the line, or you said you wanted Sting's face paint gone. You got to put your career on the line at the Royal Rumble. It will be official. Hulk Hogan is putting his career on the line versus Sting's face, mask, paint, whatever you want to call it. And it will also be for the WWF World Heavyweight Championship.
Moment of powerful show. So I'll take over here and give us just we'll do kind of like we do with the GM mode on 2K. We'll give a quick rundown here. So Hogan with the opening interview gets a rating of 4 3/4 stars. The Giant 3-star, the 3 stars over Triple H. Low intensity for the tag title match, but the Headbangers are your tag team champions in a 1 1/4 star match. China over Ivory 3 1/4. Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit both get nice boosts here. 44 for Jericho, 15 for Benoit. They both gain overness from this match.
And Chris Benoit loses his passport.
And that, he's passportless, which has got to be terrifying for the young lad. Hopefully he handles it with great maturity. Jake Roberts insulted a company that I felt didn't deserve insulting, and it got a 5-star rating.
Oh, it does. Over on 2K.
Everybody loved that promo.
Shinjiro Otani gets the Intercontinental title, 4.5 stars in the steel cage match. So Kobashi dropped a little bit of overness, but pretty much nothing. And Otani goes plus 77 popularity,
maybe
plus 19 on his morale, plus 7 overness. So that was big for Otani. Hitting gonna get the light heavyweight title in a 5-star ladder match. That kind of very similar to the other match, gives Hitting a big boost. The 2 losers don't really drop too much. Hulk Hogan loved his voice so much, he said the same thing, gets 3 3/4 stars. So, not too far away from the first time around.
Right, exactly. He just said it a little bit better.
And then Hogan, 4.5 stars over Sting. Technically the double count out. Towel doesn't change hands. That feud will continue. And then as we go further down, you can see the updates here. Hogan suffers an injury. And you can see here kind of the odds of stuff happening. It was a
Okay, thank
0.2% chance. Dr. Lee is working to
Fine.
evaluate it.
We're fine.
Stan Hansen, and you can see the doctors are improving by these opportunities. Overness, Sting and Hogan put on a hot match, so they both get the Overness boost that added 10 hype. Jake Roberts gets an Overness boost from his segment. Same thing with Jericho and Benoit. Axel Rotten and Balls Mahoney go from not popular to average, so I think it's like popular then not popular, and then I guess not popular. Or no, sorry, they went from average and dropped down to not popular as their Overness goes below, I assume, 40. And then you can see for the feud levels where they're going, there's also feud potentials that have opened up. So due to those injuries, if Canada wanted to do injury revenge as an example, he now has the ability to run that feud with Stan Hansen and Kurt Hennig down the road. So again, I think that stuff's cool. Like the way the game is playing is opening up the opportunity to potentially build things in a different way. You have a lot of options there. Stan Hansen no longer considered a face of the company due to just that little drop. Ladder match effect goes up. Steel cage, same thing.
Go ahead and read that one.
Jake Roberts. My glasses slipped.
I'll read it. He slandered ECW and everyone loved it.
Everyone loved it.
So that's I like that too, because the way that reads, that tells me you could do that promo, and if you have the wrong person or it doesn't go well, you could actually hurt yourself. So
True.
I like that. There's a risk to that. Pole match goes up, and then you can see kind of the prestige on everything. If you want to go into the details, you can. But I think everything went up here. So if you have like a bad champion, like if you were to give the world title to somebody that's not over, it's going to hurt the prestige of the title. So there is a value in who you give belts to. How I think as you build reigns, like the longer someone keeps a title, when it changes hands, makes it feel bigger as well. So you can see all the XP being gained on the championships, all the XP being gained on the match types. So like in this case, since the tag title match got a bad rating, the prestige of the belts has dropped down to bronze. So, as the tag feuds get built up, that next tag title match is great. That'll go up. So that is Canada's injury show. So I think we hit continue here, and then I think we just have to refresh myself here.
No, I think you just changed.
So I think I just changed shows, or maybe I hit this. Boom.
Good show.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Cheek.
All right, Cheek, we'll go to you for Starcade. We got the poster here with the boys.
Ooh, it's a nice poster.
That's a pretty cool
I would
poster.
print that out and frame that poster.
Right?
As our
I almost hit download on my poster, but I didn't. Like I was worried it was gonna pop up some.
I know. I wanted to do it. And I'm like, I have no idea if that'll pop up on the right
That
monitor
is
or not.
Beautiful poster. I'll autograph that. Send it out to you, Cody.
So you can see the first blood tag team match, Brothers of Destruction against Rock and Sock. We've got the Japanese superstars fighting for the TV title. Jumbo Tsuruta, Stone Cold, Lex Luger for the world title in a triple cage match. Ahmed, Jeff Jarrett, Booker T, Mark Henry for the U.S. title. I forget what's on there. Oh, the mother of Booker T. Never mind. I remember what's on that poll.
Remember immediately.
The predictions here from Isla Flame. She's got the Rock and Sock winning the tag titles. Steve Austin taking the world title. Goldust taking down Goldberg. Kawada becoming the television champion. Vader becoming the cruiserweight champion. Mark Henry, U.S. champ. Deborah to win the triple threat ladies pole match. And then the Godfather and Disco Inferno. Ooh, and she says they're going to win via a distraction. But let's see what the show actually looks like.
Well, all right. Look at that. Good little main event package. Build up the hype for the Rock and Sock to take on the Brothers of Destruction. But first, we have our own tag match to settle some business. Godfather, Disco Inferno. Disco says, I got the hose. Godfather says, I control the hose. Dudley Boy says, don't disrespect the hose. And Godfather and Disco have a problem with that. And they're going to duke it out in the ring. And they're going to take the match from the Dudley Boys. So the Dudley Boys drop down in Overness. And that hurt Bubba and Devon's morale after that porous showing.
They're now content.
And now for our first ever ladies match and the battle for Cole's Cash. It sits on top of that pole. Mae Young says, I was there when they first invented Cole's Cash. Jacqueline and Deborah says, we're going to take that Cole's Cash.
Oh my.
And of course, a bunch
Cheating?
of women fighting over Cole's Cash. One of them's got to cheat to win. And who's it going to be? Oh, Jacqueline.
Oh.
Crackling Jacqueline cheats. She put a bunch of lube on the bottom of the pole, so that way Mae Young and Deborah could not climb it, but she had special anti-lube clothes that allowed her to gain traction on the pole. And thus.
That's why
go.
I always in my closet have a couple anti-lube shirts because you never know.
You have to.
Well, she actually took one from your closet.
Oh shit.
And she climbed the pole, and she is now happily shopping at Kohl's. All right. Whew. Now, how do we follow up that? We go to the Heavyweight Championship, the United States Heavyweight Championship, with a lot of heavyweights in it. Mark Henry, world's strongest man. Ahmed Johnson says, I'm a pretty strong guy too. Booker T says, let me put a little heat on that match. And Jeff Jarrett says, I'm a guy. And they're going to duke it out. And who's going to come out on top? Well,
Oh, he saved his
Booker
mom.
T.
Thank God. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Go to the other
Okay.
section. We've got a holy shit moment. Our first one.
Booker T was about to hit Ahmed Johnson with his finisher, but both of them collapsed from exhaustion. The fans are going crazy.
Wow.
Booker T gained overness because of this pivotal moment in the pole match.
Oh my God.
Booker
30
T.
creative points for that as well. For that holy shit moment.
wow.
He gets his mother back. Thank
Saved
God.
his mother.
Insane. He saves his own mother. That's just the motivation he had. He gave all of it. That's why he's so exhausted. Wow. What a match. And then in the cruiserweight, Little Guido, Little Dragon, and Little Vader want this one. Who? Guys, who do you think? Just
I
Canada
hope
start
Little
out.
Vader. I hope Little Vader. You change his
Little
name.
Vader could take over. That was Isla's prediction.
If
Change
Little
his name
Vader,
to add a gimmick.
if Little Vader wins, I will change his name. Here we
And
go.
add a gimmick.
Come on.
3, 2, 1.
Oh!
What
Ooh,
could've
great
been?
form.
Yeah, great form.
Great form. Great form. Okay, so apparently Lil Guido got great form. So that sucks for Vader though. That could have been like the launch pad for his
What could
career.
have been? What could have been?
Uh-oh. And then the Iron Sheik comes out, talks to people. People in the crowd will never amount to anything, especially in this country. In this country, people are lazy. People are entitled. People don't know how to work hard anymore. And he spits at the crowd, and they all boo.
Ooh, America.
I know. America is taking a shot right there. They're chanting USA, and they need someone to come and save them. But who will? And then in the World Television Championship, we got everyone from all around the world, specifically one part of the world, and that is the great country of Japan. And we have just this kaiju of a match, just this giant monster match. And who is going to take the title? Yoshiaka Fujiwara. Who would have thought? In a 4-star match, seemed like it went pretty well for everybody, but Yoshiaka takes the belt, and we have a new champion crown. And then, hold up! The Titantron.
Oh my gosh.
A giant American flag starts waving on it. Sergeant Slaughter talked about his love for wrestling, his love for this country, and his love for the people. Promised to keep doing it as long as possible to stop the evil that is the Iron Sheik from coming in and disgracing this great country. He says people aren't too lazy. They aren't afraid to go work. This country is built on hard work. This country is built on people getting off their ass and doing something about things. And Sergeant Slaughter says, when I heard Iron Sheik just spit that glamorous promo against this country, I had to come out and say, hey, I ain't retiring yet, because we got work to do. We threw freaking tea in the harbor for less shit than that. So I'm getting up, and I'm doing something about it. And the fans go crazy, and USA chants erupt yet again. And then, the Gold-Off match. Goldust. Goldberg. Someone's got to win. I don't like any of those, so we're just going to raw dog it. We're going to simulate it. Battle of the Golds. Cody, who you got?
Goldberg's got to win. He's got to win.
Canada.
I'm going Goldust, maybe. He's throwing dust right in the eyes.
Oh, dude, that would be if he was cheating, son of a gun, but he's gonna get
Cheats
it.
like shit. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good, but you know what? He can get it the old-fashioned way.
Oh,
dang!
The crowd though, it worked with them. Got an extra half star.
They love them a little gold off apparently. So there's that. And then surely we're getting towards the end of this long card. And here we are, the World Heavyweight Championship in a triple threat cage match. Stone Cold, the Texas Rattlesnake, against the Total Package, against a big package, a jumbo package, if you will. And who is going to take the first title, the first World Heavyweight Championship? Who's coming out of the cage unscathed? Oh, Jumbo! Jumbo!
5 stars.
Jumbo Saruta just comes out draped in a Japanese flag, and Stone Cold and Lex Luger leave in shambles. But a great match. And then the promo everybody wanted. Al Snow and Butterbean are both in the ring to talk. Let's just see. We just got to see how this goes. They trade insults, verbal blows, with Butterbean landing some serious digs at Al Snow. He said, you know what? We're tired ahead. We're tired of you coming out asking what does everybody want. You know what everybody wants? To not be freaking bothered by you, Al Snow. Get the hell out of here.
Wow. Damn,
Al Snow
Butterbean.
leaves.
Those were some serious digs.
Those were some digs, but he still lost negative 6% of his popularity because people were like, "Wait a minute, this guy's saying we don't love head," and so kind of mixed reaction from the crowd there. Like, "Hey, Butterbean, Al Snow's a little annoying, but let's not get carried away." And then the main event, in what could be an epic World Tag Championship, in the first blood. So who's gonna bleed? Is it the Brothers of Destruction with their caretaker Paul Bear, or is it The Rock and Sock The Rock trying to get his launch point of a career? What better way to do it than to putting a belt around that beautiful waist of his? Hey, yo, simulate. Let's see it. No,
Whoa.
Kane and Undertaker, the powers that be, take down and bloody Mankind, and that's gonna be it. They are gonna take the belt, and the brothers look like to be an unstoppable force in a great match, and that is gonna do it.
All right, and I'll give a quick rundown here. And John, yes, this is Journey of Wrestling. So it's a browser-based booking simulator that has made its way to Steam. Just launched on Steam on the 6th. The creator of the game reached out after seeing our wrestling YouTube content. Threw us some codes to review. So we are currently, we did a draft of rosters from December 1997. We've got that first video up on the YouTube channel. We're doing our first bookings here live. And Canada had his first event. Cheek just finished off his. We're going to give a rundown. Then I've got my first event. And already, like, this is pretty sick as we're first diving in. I'm sure as we learn more and more, it's going to be even crazier. And, you know, Cheek brought it for this show. He gets, I forgot that Canada, that's my bad. I forgot to check what you got creative point wise.
Oh, right.
But you can see those creative points. You can turn those off, play sandbox mode, not have to worry about them. But these creative points allow us to book different stipulations, get kind of creative with things. So the show for Cheek kicked off with a 3 3/4 package for the main event of Rock and Sock vs. Brother of Destruction. The Godfather and Disco Inferno took down the Dudley Boys. The match itself had a bit of a slow start, so that brought the rating down half a star there. But Godfather, Disco Inferno get the victory. They have their overness and everything go up. Dudley Boys had a drop. Jacqueline cheated her way to getting Cole's cash over Mae Young and Deborah. 2 stars, half star removed for the cheating. Again, those are strategic ways to extend feuds at the expense of your match rating. Booker T, his literal mother was on a pole.
His mother.
And Booker T fought to save his mother. And him and Ahmed Johnson had a holy shit moment as Booker T climbed up, grabbed his mother. They both collapsed from exhaustion. They got Cheeks some extra creative points. You'll see that in the bottom. But 3 stars that match. Booker T, your first United States champion. Then it was Little Guido, Little Dragon, and then Vader trying to prove that he too could be a little man. This match got 4.5 stars, got an extra 3/4 stars due to great form in the contest by our competitors. But it was Little Guido getting the Cruiserweight Championship. 2 stars for the Iron Sheik promo, just spitting all over America, and we thought we were without a defense against him. Then Yoshiaki Fujiwara becomes your television champion, winning this open invitational, having his morale go up big time, overness up 5, and 55 popularity increase for him in a 4-star match. And then we had 2.5 stars as Sergeant Slaughter came out meeting the words of the Iron Sheik and saying he isn't going to stand for it and was ready to fight back. Then Goldberg versus Goldust, no surprise. It worked with the crowd. The Gold Off feud. Goldberg got the first win in a 3.25 star match. Jumbo Tsuruta in a 5-star affair takes down Stone Cold Steve Austin and Lex Luger inside a steel cage to become the first world heavyweight champion. Butterbean insulted Al Snow with some serious digs for 1 3/4 star, but Butterbean did lose some popularity here because, like Cheek said, people were fine with the digs, but felt like maybe Butterbean went a little bit too far. And in the main event, the Brothers of Destruction became your tag champs in a 3 3/4 star match over the Rock and Sock Connection. Those boys getting, boosts there. Paul Bearer helping out the cause. And you can see the note here. So if Cheek, puts Paul Bearer on them full time, I think Paul Bearer is on one of them already. I think you'd have to assign the other one. But you can see you have a chance to remove penalty for dusty match finishes, which is stuff like the cheating. So that's that value of the manager. So our updates here down at the bottom. The overness of the company as a whole decreased from popular to average. Sheik's overness, the Dudleys dropped off. The Gold Off feud has begun. So you get the base hype of 5. The participants gave you a +2 on that. And then the alignment, which is face versus heel, gave you a +20. So your goal is to get basically get this hype for the feud built up, and then as you build the feud, you'll be able to end the feud through a match or a segment. You got to build up that feud, but obviously if you let something get all the way stale, it'll start to wear. So it's about how can you build the feud the most before the staleness hits. Hiroshi Haas gets decreased due to not being used on the event. Drops 55. His morale decreased by 2%. The effectiveness of First Blood decreased. Mick Foley is the one. Mankind gets busted open there. Triple Cage increases. Kawada no longer faces company. Pole match decreases. There's the holy shit moment for Booker T and Ahmed Johnson getting Cheeks some creative points and an overness boost on Booker T. And then Bubba and Devon have their morale go down. So you can see the overall event goes down 8 points, but it's gold with room to fail. Starcade's a big enough event that you'd have to royally screw the pooch, basically. And again, for the tag matches, you can see here, so having it in the main event was a boost. So it would have been the same thing for like world title. If you can build up a belt, put it in the main event, that adds a little bit extra as well as the rating of the champions. You can see all the different promos and everything getting its XP. Cruiserweight title goes down by 3 due to Little Guido being the champion. U.S. title goes down due to the match rating. And everything else looks good. And we are on to beta than ever. The ECW event. Our final of this first set of pay-per-views. And then we get to go into the weeklies. Look at all these bodies out here ready to be better than ever. We've got a mostly packed audience. Misawa and Shawn Michaels going to be battling for the world title. Now, we also did a poll match. Ours, the DNA of Shawn Michaels is on the poll for that contest.
It's so amazing.
We actually have, on ECW, we have a challenge to have 2 poll matches get 5 stars or better. So my thinking is have Misawa and Shawn Michaels, my 2 top guys, both really good workers, compete for the world title, try to use them to knock out that goal, get more creative points up here up top so that I can do even more stuff. We've got the Legion of Doom versus RVD and Sabu for the tag titles. We've got an open invitation between a lot of our cruiserweights, a mix of international and American talent. The goal will be to bring in a cruiserweight type championship eventually. So I want to showcase some of that talent here at this first event. The predictions are Misawa. Who's our Gerald George on the predictions for this event, of course. We've got Misawa predicted, the Legion of Doom, Dr. Death Steve Williams to become the TV champ. The Steiner Brothers versus New Age Outlaws, he can't pick. Bull Powers over Candido and Storm, and then Juventud to win the Hodgepodge. So let's go in. Let's see what we got. We start off with a main event promo package, hyping up the main event for the evening. It gets a 2-star rating. And again, you can see our production person, Rose Hopkins, gets a little XP boost. So we'll try to make those better as we try to build on that feud. Then we have Misawa in the ring, welcoming everybody into the new era of ECW, welcoming everybody into better than ever. And all of a sudden, oh, Shawn. It's Shawn Michaels comes out dancing around the ring. Misawa hates the flamboyance of Shawn Michaels. That does not represent what wrestling is meant to be. And the 2 stare down knowing that Shawn Michaels' own DNA is going to be on a poll later tonight. Then we've got our opening match here. So this one, we're going to go with the Rando. Again, plan is to bring in a cruiserweight title. I think Jushin Thunder Liger will be kind of the guy to really get that championship rolling. But here for this one, I'm down for anybody to win. We'll kind of, work off of what we get given here. So Thunder Liger, Dean Malenko, Ultimo Dragon, Juventud Guerrera, Hayabusa, Kidman, Taka Michinoku, and Chavo Guerrero Jr. And it is Dean Malenko getting the win. So Jushin gets the biggest popularity hit as he's higher up of Malenko. Going to get him a boost. The stare down was 4 1/4. We get 3.5 stars for that contest. Then we move in. Chris Candido and Lance Storm against the Bull Powers. I honestly forget. It's Nakashini and Kojima. I remembered Kojima. I could not remember who was with them. I accidentally got this tag team, so we take it. We are going to have, in this case, though, Candido and Storm get the win for us here. Try to level up the tag feud. I want to bring the Bull Powers down a little bit and then hopefully have these 2 both feed into each other. We've got potential for a great tag division. We're going to try to create some of that initial balance. So Candido and Storm are going to get the win here. +7 for them, -6 for the Bull Powers. And then all of a sudden, things start going crazy. The camera cuts to the back, and all of a sudden we see Ken Shamrock and Mike Awesome fighting all over the place. They go out into the streets. They go to a very popular local bar, and the fight continues. They go back and forth, and all of a sudden, you hear Shamrock say, "I can't believe you did this. I can't believe you did this." And the cameraman, not what cameramen are supposed to do. Cameramen are supposed to be filming. They're not supposed to be asking freaking questions, man. The cameraman asked what happened. And Mike Awesome took those little, if you go to a urinal, the urinal cake, Mike Awesome took it and he wiped it in Ken Shamrock's face. And that started the brawl. Mike Awesome thought it was just going to be a silly little prank. They'd both giggle together and go back to catering, but that wasn't the case. Unfortunately, this fight only got 1.5 stars. And then we've got negative hype for the mother insult. Not ideal. But the New Age Outlaws talking trash about Mama Steiner. And they're going to sell in the ring. We're going to simulate this one. good with either team getting the win here. The New Age Outlaws are going to take the victory. Very good match for these guys. I actually think, since Toilet Break and Mother Insult, it's that they're both like the unique feud. I think they're moving in unison. So I think this lost hype because Toilet Prank is technically considered that random feud, the generated one. Maybe they feed into each other. But 3 3/4, because it looks like it dropped down to 4, and then this raised it up 2. So that could be like a layers thing in that case. Then we've got the ECW television title on the line. Dr. Death, Steve Williams, Eddie Guerrero, and the Unstoppable Force, Taz. So my thinking here is I think I want to go with Taz. And then potentially have Taz and Dr. Death fight. But I just wanted to see what Eddie would bring to the table. He's got the great work rate as well. Taz at 2 stars, Eddie at 3. But we're giving this belt to Taz to start off. And Taz is going to get plus 43 for that 4-star victory, bringing the ECW television title around his waist, brother. And then the Ultimate Warrior comes down the ring. And he's running around the ring crazy, and he's shaking the ropes, and he's telling the fans that you're the reason I'm here. You're the reason I'm shaking these ropes. You're the reason I have these tassels on my boots, these bands around my wrist, this pain upon my face. It's thanks to all of you. And as we try to raise his overness, we got to get him to 80. He's at like 40. It is going to take a lot of Ultimate Warrior promos, so be ready for a lot of ropes to be shaken. Then we've got the World Tag Team titles on the line here as the Legion of Doom are taking on Rob Van Dam and Sabu. And and this one, it was a stolen parking spot. Look, RVD and Sabu, they were blazing it up. They were blazing it up on the way in. They weren't paying attention, and they parked in LOD's parking spot. And they started fighting, and I had to step out there, and I let the guys know. I said, look, I'm sorry. But look. It's a new era of ECW. We don't have tag team champions. Let me have you guys settle it in the ring with the tag titles on the line. And we're hitting simulate on this one as the Legion of Doom bring the tag titles home in a 3.5-star match. And then it's main event time. 2 of the greatest ever step in the ring. Misawa already has shown a lack of respect to the way Shawn Michaels carries himself. And Shawn Michaels, so confident that Misawa is wrong about his approach to wrestling. He said, I will put my own DNA atop the ring. I was going to take this DNA and spread it across America so a bunch of little Shawn Michaels could be born around the globe and they could break every single heart. Every single heart could be broken. And Misawa's only chance to stop it is to climb the pole and grab that slither of DNA and at the same time lock up the ECW World Heavyweight Championship. I need 2 5-star pole matches this year. And I'm hitting simulate on this.
Can you do it?
Can Misawa stop the spread of Shawn Michaels semen?
Yes.
Wow, he does.
Wow.
The world is safe for now. As Masaru Misawa gets the win, 4 3/4 stars. I think I needed, it might have been 4.5. I'm hoping it was 4.5 that I needed, so I can say I knocked one of those out. But both guys gained some overness there. We'll hit continue and then recap the ratings of our show. So we get 60 creative points. The total show gets a rating from the Wrestling Spectator, Ringside Chairs, and Circled Square, of course, giving us a 3.5-star show. 2 stars in the opening promo package. We get 4.25 for the stare down between Shawn Michaels and Misawa. Dean Malenko, 3.5 stars, not becoming a champion, just winning this Cruiserweight Open. We'll look to expand and get a belt for those guys here down the road as we build up points. Candido and Storm, very impressed with the match rating on this. Didn't know what to expect there. 3 3/4, they take down the Bull Powers. Ken Shamrock and Mike Awesome fight backstage. This segment did not go very well. 1.5 stars on that. New Age Outlaws take down the Steiner Brothers in a 3 3/4 match. Taz, your first television champion, in a 4-star affair. The Ultimate Warrior cuts a 3 3/4 promo thanking the fans for motivating him every day. The Legion of Doom, your tag team champions over RVD and Sabu, 3.5 stars. And in the main event, Misawa, 4 3/4 stars, take down Shawn Michaels. So we got a hot match from those two. So they both gained 4% of overness, and we gained hype from that. Hawk is starting to get over. Taz is starting to get over. So they both got nice boosts there on the overness. And then the feuds, I've got to learn how to read these better because I think it's... Oh, okay. So Mother Insult, the alignment boost hurt me. I think it's because Scott Steiner is a heel, Rick Steiner's a face. It marked the team as a face, so I just went with it. So I might need to change the alignment on Scott for now to make that work better. Randy Savage no longer faces the company. I should have put him in a promo. That was a miss by me. DDP wasn't in there, so I definitely should have worked some more guys into promos. We had fun with the draft, but that was the downside. So we had all those guys have morale hits and large popularity hits for missing them on the show. Poll matches increase. Shamrock, Kojima, and Nakashini have their morale go to content. This looks like it's showing everybody now that we're all on the last show. So our show goes +7 for the universe here. WWF goes +3, -1 for WCW, +0 for me. Heavyweight title goes up in prestige. Pole match goes up in prestige. And we are thriving. So we'll go ahead and hit continue. And there you can see, so 22.6 thousand fans for WWF. A drop of 23,000 WCW. I get 400, baby. Hogan, fractured ankle. Stan Hansen, a torn tricep. Ooh, 3 months. 6 months for Hogan.
Wow.
We'll check the emails and see that official stuff. And then, obviously, they do have news here. These things will sort of... Over time, they'll repeat. But it's a good quick look to see kind of like what hit, what didn't. And get yourself ahead of things. I usually just kind of look at the emails. You'll get to the same thing. So we will continue on in Canada. I'll have you go. I'm going to say a few things to chat, so I apologize, I might interrupt you here. But what happened to Billy? Billy and Chuck weren't here yet, John. They weren't here yet. And Mike Awesome in this universe is just going to be an ass kicker. He wasn't throwing the fat chicks just yet. He wasn't throwing the fat chicks just yet. All right, Canada, take it away.
All right, as we look at our alerts here on the dashboard, Stan Hansen and Hollywood Hulk Hogan both suffered injuries. Dave Boy Smith, Bret Hart, and Raven are ready to return. Edge still injured. Stan Hansen has a torn tricep and is out 1 to 3 months. Hollywood Hulk Hogan has a fractured ankle, 2 to 6 months. That's pretty tough. Masato Tanaka has a 4 to 6 months injury, and Christian is still not debuted. So that kind of throws a wrench into my plans here. Okay. We will just have to. So I just literally can't book Hulk Hogan in anything. Can I even book him in a segment?
I think he can appear in segments. He just can't be in a match. So
just need to make sure there. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're ever in a spot where you think someone's only going to be gone for like a month, or if you're willing to like sit on it's like if you really wanted to, like you could have Sting sort of by himself try to provide heat to that feud gradually until Hogan's back.
Right. And I think since Sting, just quickly looking at our stuff here, Jake Roberts and Kurt Hennig are the only other two.
You see Hennig got that belt around his waist now. The champions get the little belts on their sprites.
Oh, that is cool. That is very cool. Okay, let's just start with our show here. I will try to think of things as we go. We are going to start with a segment on the feud, the greatest wrestler feud. We want to do this one, I think, solo feud promo, basically. I guess if we do,
yeah, I think it's just one of them cutting the promo, and then it moves the
Jericho. It moves the feud. Oops. Oh, there it is. Great. Okay, perfect. We'll book that as our opener. Second match or second thing here, we want a match Triple H. Let's say versus.
And you can see as Canada's setting up this match as well. We talked about it earlier. Canada made reference to it. Now that we're on the weeklies, we do not have as many segments to work. So the game defaults to having two like weekly shows between your big events. We decided to start there since that's the default. But as we go, if we feel we want to expand it, you can have it be just one weekly between the pay-per-views. You can have it anywhere between 1 and 4. So if we want to expand that, or if you guys, if you're watching this on YouTube later on and you're like, oh, I want to see more of this stuff, make sure to let us know in the comments. Make sure to give love on the video, because that lets us know where we go. Yeah, we'll do more weeks between the big shows.
Nice. Triple H is also going to cut a feud promo after his match. Then I think we're going to set up a little match. Chris Benoit does not have his passport. Where is he? There he is. He is going to face Raven in a one-on-one match to show that he does deserve a passport. And I needed to do something here. Match overview of the roster. We are going to change Kurt Hennig, and we are going to change his gimmick from NWO. He is not part of the gimmick. His name is going to now be Mr. Perfect.
Nice.
Arrives back in the WWF. And we are going to add a little, what did I add on him? I added a...
I like this. Now people are getting to see what they can do with, the ability to change those promos. You've got different characters. You've got different personality traits that you can use to build a gimmick for yourself.
Yeah, he is Mr. Perfect. He is literally the perfect superstar. He is changing his outfit to
hell
gold, the color of his belt. He is now wearing gold. And I also will make his boots black just for some aesthetic there. And we are going to change. Here he is. Mr. Perfect has now debuted, and he is saying that anytime he books a one-on-one match, he will throw up his light heavyweight title because he knows he is that perfect. He is going to win every single time. And I wanted to cut a promo, but I'm not sure if I can. Production, new gimmick, and level 1 producer.
Ooh, that's pretty dope.
But I don't know if I have.
So I think if you just select it, maybe.
Nice. Oh, I do. Perfect. New gimmick.
Literally.
Boom. New gimmick package. And since Hulk Hogan is now injured for that long, we'll just put that on hold, and we will have Sting, who is a face. Oh man, a lot of faces here. Might have to make a change here. I think we need to go Sting versus, even though it's face and face, I gotta make a change on somebody here. It's a lot of face main eventers. Unless I want to throw in Mike Tyson, get one of his appearances out in the fold there. But I think we'll actually have him face. Oh, man, this is a tough one. I really that injury really threw a wrench in my plan. I wish there was like power cards like there is in 2K where I can just use it and get him back. I guess I think I don't want to do Triple H. He just has a match. I'm gonna go Bret Hart because he's back from the screw job and he's pissed. Even though it's face to face, I need to see what happens here, and it will be because that title now has. How do I book this match?
If you flip up top to match, I think you might have to reselect them, but
that's fine. Okay, Bret Hart, Sting. It's face. It kind of hurts, but we are booking the world now that Hulk Hogan's career is not on the line, we might as well find out what's going to happen with the World Heavyweight Championship. So Sting, Bret Hart, and then we will try to form a new storyline off of this match at the top. But we are at our max 6 events here on Raw is War. I dig it. 3 matches or 4, 3 matches, 3 segments. So I can do math. And there we go. I have booked. I think I just leave it now, right? Yeah.
Yep. I'll make the flip over. And Clay, definitely I had someone a few weeks ago that accidentally exchanged one of the captains from TA. Oh shit, I gotta have a talk with Warrior. Hopefully they're quick to get the ticket. And also Canada, we've got Perfect One in the chat again. Our bragging rights arena creator said, obviously my favorite. I never thought about the fact that Perfect One is for Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. So
that is true. That is very true.
And I will say as well, Perfect. Yeah, it's fun. And like I said, it's kind of one guy running the show here. I definitely believe the game's $15 until the 12th. You can have 15% off, so it's like $12.30, something like that. I think it's pretty easy to have $15 worth of fun. I got the guys here with me that could probably tell you the same thing. It's just I still feel like we're just scratching the surface. I mean, we're about to have this interaction with Ultimate Warrior. You have kind of like little requests and stories that come in. There's so many different community scenarios you can download or create yourself. So there really is like the potential of what you can do just comes down to how much you're willing to do in terms of like creativity. You can download custom segments from people, import them into your save and into your game. There's just tons here. All right, we've got the Ultimate Warrior making a request. He says, I can't lose clean for the next month. I'm just going to tell him that'll work. We're going to boost his morale. I don't even know if I'm going to have him in a match like anytime soon because I've got to use those limited appearances. So.
Is it clean? Oh, no, a clean loss just means like if not DQ. I wondered if that meant like clicked, like if he lost with the random, would that count? But I think that just means if he loses DQ, it's okay.
Yeah. If I had someone like cheat to beat him or DQ, he wouldn't be pissed. But if I were to just have him lose, he'd be upset. But it ends next month, so I'm just gonna tell him that'll work. I don't even know if he's gonna get a match yet because of the limited appearances. So we'll get that handled. We've got Ric Flair, Conan, and Kevin Nash all ready to come back. Which is good to see. And you can see our people that are either injured or we're at a point where they weren't ready to debut yet. Still waiting. So gonna check the emails here. Gangrel's reevaluated. So he was 4 to 8 months. It's now been adjusted to 5 to 7. So they've dialed that in a little better. Kevin Nash is ready to return. His overness will get a nice boost. Conan gets a boost. Ric Flair gets a boost. So I think get those guys involved. A gimmick change boost is available for Ric Flair. Makes it free, but I don't think I want to like Ric Flair as Ric Flair. I feel like you don't change Ric Flair's gimmick. Okay, so you can see our feuds here. Again, that staleness rating. If you maximize that out, what you're getting out of the feud is a little less. So you're basically trying to get this rating as high as you can before that staleness hits. If superstars aren't rated as high, or the feud itself isn't rated as high, you might have less time to work with. Also, that theory about the randomly generated feuds does not look to be true because my tag one is sitting here at 18. And then we've got these 2 at 4. So that might have just been a weird coincidence there, but something to keep an eye on. I am going to kickstart here. Guys might be making a belt this week.
Ooh, right off the bat, baby.
I wanted to wait. We only have 3 titles, and with how big of the rosters we drafted, I feel like I need more. What I'm thinking right now, 150 points, is I just spend the points, get a belt in here that's meant for, I'm thinking exactly this, upper mid card. What I'm thinking is like DDP. I know these are main eventers, but I don't want to take away from the world title. You know, DDP, Randy Savage. I had guys that I didn't get onto the card that dropped in popularity. We've got big names coming back. So if I make another belt, okay, main event was the same price. I don't know if the price would change. If I make another belt, it gives them something to battle for. Ooh, I could assign the champ, but I'm gonna have it. So you can see you can create gimmick matches here, or gimmicks to the belt, or you could go gimmick match only, and then every time it's one of these matches. But obviously, you know, you're paying on the front end. I do not have the ability to do that, so right now that is not going to be what we're doing. But I'm trying to think what I want to name this. I think we go with the ECW, obviously.
Wow, so original.
Yeah, I dug in there and really came up.
Blown. My mind's blown.
I just closed my eyes and I said, what's it going to be? We're going to call it the Generational Championship.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's the worst thing ever, the best thing ever, something in between.
It's a mouthful.
It is.
Just call it the ECL, because that's what you guys
No. Beat W's, baby, like Jameis Winston. Dude, I kind of want to just hit randomize until I like something.
Let's do it. Play the feud.
Well, I don't want to hit it just once now, though. I want to see a bunch of.
Ooh.
Okay. Now I'll start to dial in now that I've seen some stuff. I kind of like. Ooh, fancy star. Ooh.
What says generational to you?
That's what I saw the globe. I can call it the ECW Global Champion. I might do that. Global Championship.
Ooh, okay.
I was just getting warmed up to generation.
And then generate until we got a globe one that I'm vibing with.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. And then
Side plates.
this is crazy. Okay, and then we've got the center gems. I think we go more for like a purple. That is not what I thought that was going to look like.
ECW.
Go like there. Hopefully, okay, I gotta, just copy paste it. That's how easy it is.
See if you guys want to recreate this exact belt. Now you have the color code combinations.
Boom.
Ooh,
All right, we got the
yeah,
ECW Global Championship. This is gonna basically, I'm gonna treat this like a step below the world title, but it'll be a step above the television title. Is what I'm thinking. And it'll give those other guys something to be fighting for. It'll obviously take some time to elevate this, but we're gonna create this. We're gonna spend all 150 of our creative points to bring this in. And again, as a reminder, anytime you're setting up a new save, if you don't want to deal with the points, all you have to do is check sandbox mode, and everything is free to do. We just kind of like the challenge of having to balance everything. So there it is, the ECW Global, son of a bitch. It puts championship at the end. Dang it! No!
The ECW GCC.
God, dang it! I didn't know that.
The Global Championship. Yes. Yes.
ECL
Yes.
strikes
And it
again.
cost me 50 points. Damn it! All right, well,
Yeah.
it's sticking for now. That is. But you can see that you can. If you're creating a championship, don't put championship in the title.
Oh, I'm so glad you created that first.
Gosh, dang it.
That's so fucking
I mean, that makes sense. I should have thought about that. They all say championship at the end, but that never crossed my mind. All right.
Wow.
funny. I just want to make the championship chip belt now.
Just, we'll grab this. That might be a YouTube short right there. That's crazy. I'm an idiot. Oh, man. All right, so we're going to kick things off with a match for the ECW Global Championship. All right, so we are going to have some big names fight for this. We're going to try to get DDP right back into the main event. He dropped down because, again, we took some hits because we didn't put people on the pay-per-view card. So I think DDP is going to be my first champ here. And we're going to go DDP, Randy Savage, Kevin Nash, and Ric Flair. We're going to put big boys in this thing right away. Belt on the line. The plan will be to give that to DDP and try to start something special with that. Ruxin, it was tough. I slipped. I slipped there. I didn't know. But perfect one. It's super good. And obviously, I mean, you're getting the chance to kind of experience it through us a little bit. And now you know not to put championship in the name of a championship. Next thing, we want fresh cocktail, 2 shots vodka, 1 shot Malibu, 3 ounce pineapple juice, shake it, couple of splash of Sprite. That sounds amazing. That actually sounds really good. Championship will be the death of me. That is tough. All right, then we're going to have a segment here. What I'm going to do, I know we don't have as many segments on a weekly, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have DDP win this, and then I want to check, because I got to make sure I get my face heel dynamic here. So Kevin Nash is a heel. Ric Flair is a face. And Randy Savage is a heel. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have DDP and Randy Savage feud for this title first. And then we're going to have Kevin Nash and Ric Flair basically like argue like who cost who the match. So I'm going to come into here. Back to booking. I'm going to book a segment after the match that I assume this is like the feud has to exist. We're going to do a backstage confrontation between Kevin Nash and Ric Flair to basically have Kevin Nash say, you know, you old hag, you just cost me that match. So I guess I'm booking bottom up, but I'll flip everything at the end here. Then we gotta, you know, I want to work some feud depth here. So the Ken Shamrock Mike Awesome thing, that segment did not go very well. The toilet prank was not well received, but we've got a lot of time to work with on that. I am gonna test some waters here because I want to see what happens is if I do a tag match and go 2v2, will this move singles feuds? I don't think it will because I don't see him there, but I just want to see if I went Shawn Michaels. It's marking it there, though. So if I went Shawn Michaels and Ken Shamrock. No, backwards. Shawn Michaels and Mike Awesome. Just type his name. So if I go Shawn Michaels and Mike Awesome and have them take on Shamrock and Masawa. And I book this. Ooh. Okay, so it does work. So that's cool. We can't do that in 2K. So singles feuds can both move in a tag match. And this is me. Okay, I just want to see if any other thing would pop up. Add blow off is basically you saying you are ending the feud at this show. So whenever we get to the point we want to end a feud, you're just going to click that add blow off, and then that'll clear it out for you. So we're going to mix those up there. I'm going to go back to segments here. I want to see, is there like a... Yeah, this is what I want to see. Okay. Wow, okay, so you can cut ties, new association to create a team through a segment. Ooh. Okay, so I wanted a face team. I don't know if that's going to cost me points, but we got injured partner and singles superstar. That's kind of dope. So if like Hogan was in a tag team, Canada could like basically take Hogan's partner and give them a new team. We could have a feud. It's like if I wanted Mike Awesome and Ken Shamrock as a team later on, I could do the better together. That's tempting. But I'm going to create a new team tonight. And we're going to determine this based on faces. We need a face tag team here. Trying to think of just people that I might be able... Oh, the Steiners are faces. I don't know why that alignment thing didn't work. Unless the New Age Outlaws are also faces. I just thought they were heels at this time. No, they're definitely heels because they're not here. So we do not have a lot of faces in general. I think I'm going to put Ultimo Dragon and Hayabusa together. That just sounds badass. I don't have a name for them, though, off the top of my head.
The new tag team.
Right, yeah. I don't want to put team here in case it auto-fills team.
Ultimo Busa. I don't know, just spitballing.
We're just going to go the Masked Dragons for now. Nothing crazy, but gives me a little starting point.
You like dragons, Cody?
Love dragons. Oh shit! Did I unclick it?
What about
No.
me?
Wait.
About me dragging these nuts across your face.
Mass dragons.
That's dragons.
And then we book it. So, okay, that looks to be, if you're willing to use a segment, you can avoid paying the creative points to make a new team. You have to double everything. Now it's canon. That's not the canon I want. I might have to keep the global championship, though. I think I have to just accept that is the lore for sure on that one.
Could be the fan favorite.
This is, I mean, it better be a global phenomenon. And then, can I do like, I can't, ooh. I'm going to try this double down thing again. So I'm going to go with a 4v4. And we're going to have, is there a way to mark teams in here too? I'm just curious. There's not. So no big deal. I was just curious on that. So we're going to have Animal, Hawk, team up with the Steiners to take on RVD, Sabu, and the New Age Outlaws. So we're going to combine our tag feuds into a big 8-man tag. I might move this stuff around. And then our main event, it's not going to be our main event. We're going to do a backstage. No, we're going to have, do I have any sort of, I want a call out. I basically want to have like somebody, I want Shane Douglas to call somebody out. So I'm just kind of looking like what we've got here. We're going to do a promo ambush. And we're going to go with Shane Douglas. And Shane Douglas is going to step into a feud. I might do Eddie Guerrero. I might do Eddie. Because Flair is going to be with Nash. Savage is going to be with Paige. Michaels and Masawa are together. Shamrock's with Mike Awesome. Roddy Piper's Limited. Dr. Death. I think I could go with Taz on that, even though they're not on this show. Ooh, I could have him go Jushin Thunder Liger, though. I'll just go big time that way. Or do I kind of want to build up Eddie. No, Eddie's a heel. Shane Douglas is neutral, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. 2 and 2. What's Eddie? He's probably 3 and 1 also. 3 and 2. We're going to go this way. So we're going to go Shane Douglas and Eddie in a feud. Kicking off with an ambush. Match order, we're going to put Sean and Masawa in the main event. That tag match. We'll have the backstage confrontation here. We're going to kick off with the Global Championship. And then we're gonna have this form. I think we're good. I think this is what we're gonna rock here. Like the match order, no match stipulations because I use my tiles to create the championship, and I'm gonna feed it over to Cheek. Ooh, Teddy DiBiase.
Oh no! He's been coaching Jim Neidhart a bit backstage. He knows I could make a real difference if he made me his on-screen manager. Well, we can do that, but he's hurt, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. Dang it! How do I go back?
Yeah. Boom.
Sorry about that. We'll incorporate this. Hope it works.
Oh, he's ready to return.
Oh, nice. All right, maybe that was why. All right, cool. And then coming down the pipe, just so you guys know, my injured Hardy brothers, 1 to 3 months, they are coming. Bob Holly, 1 to 2 months. Val Venus, Test, even further away. And Rey Mysterio still, at minimum, 5 months away from his great return/debut. All right, we got things to book, folks. And so what is the 1-4 staleness? Is this already getting stale or no?
So basically,
bit, yeah.
4 is the staleness rating of this feud. Your goal is to get that top right number as high as you can before staleness hits.
Okay. What is the max staleness if I'm at 4?
So once you're at 4, that's where it starts getting stale.
You're at 1 right now.
You're at 1 out of the 4.
Okay.
You're good. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So basically, like, if you get to 4, the next thing needs to blow it off. Or if you're at like 3.75, then you would kind of determine like if you want to try 2 more segments or just 1 more.
Okay. Well, we are gonna
Yo, what's good, Alex?
do. We're gonna do a backstage attack. And there we go. So we're gonna have a little backstage attack. Gold Dust just fighting over the gold. That's gonna be our first one. And then let's see. So we do have Jim Neidhart back in the mix. So that's
I assume you could check the emails that you have. I assume he probably has like a similar like overness boost that I had with my guys coming back. Those are top right. You'd have to like scroll up a little.
oh my word.
I got you.
Thank you.
You ruined everything. We all have to do it all over again.
That okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
remember Kazarni Alex 100%. Yeah, so he's got a boost for you coming back.
All right. Cool. Grand. All right. Back to the matches. How can I create? I need to create faction.
Cool.
Or no, I need to create a tag team. I need to create a tag team. Is that
So there was if you scroll those, there was a section for team.
was
Like
there?
where you click faction, that little area, there's a little scroll bar up there.
I gotcha.
And there's a team in there, and I clicked that. And that was where I found it. The
Is
new
it just an
association's the one I
association?
did, yeah.
Okay. All right, and we need. Yep.
Making it official.
So Brothers of Destruction.
And then then you don't have to hit enter there or anything. If you
Okay.
just now click, you need to click singles and select the people.
Okay. All right.
And then double check before you click book. Just make sure that the name stayed. Yeah, it did. So if you book, it should be there. Participants need to be single superstars, not in a team.
Oh, they already.
Maybe because they're
Apparently
tag champs, it is blocking it.
Interesting. Okay, so let's go to Mick Foley and Rock and see if this does it.
The Brothers of Destruction, the Rock and Mankind.
You know, I'm just gonna call him Rock and Sock. I'm not gonna do the whole gambit. All right, let's see if this one works.
Boom.
'Kay.
Yeah, so must have been it then.
Interesting. So I might have to get those belts off of them, then I can officially make them a team. All right, so there is that, and then what else am I wanting to do? I need to see about.
Ooh, backstage barbecue, a midget impersonation.
Oh no. Okay. All right. I've seen what I need to see. We need a match. We need Stone Cold getting back out there. He wants a shot with Jumbo, Saruta, and let's see. Can I add anything? Yes, I do want to add a feud. Oh, pineapple on pizza. Let's do that. I like that.
I'm curious to find out which one of them likes pineapple on pizza and which one hates it.
Hey, stick around. All right. Moving right along. We are going to get back to the tag match.
Yeah, so they are there as a team while they're. Now I don't know if it'll stay. Like when they drop, I don't know if the belts go or the team goes away or not, but that does confirm that making two singles guys champs, at least while they're champs, they're considered a team.
Okay. Good to know.
And the right team name too. Undertaker and Kane.
And the right team name, Undertaker and Kane. Do this. I'm gonna make the announcement first, and then it'll lead into the match. All right.
Yeah, you won't. Yeah, so they won't be considered
'cause
official. Yeah, so you won't be able to make the actual feud until next week, basically.
Okay. We can work with this. All right. Couple slots left. We need to get back to a little segment here. We need to have... We need to have somebody slander a competitor. No, we don't. Not yet. We're going to have a spirited promo with Vader talking about how he is a cruiserweight. So that's what's going to be one of our big promos.
As well, Nitro's a big enough show for Cheek where you get 8 segments on Nitro.
Damn, what the hell?
So WCW is pretty hot to start off.
To say the least.
Kando,
right.
We got to build up our show qualities. Get the extra segments.
Yeah, this is just a big old match. All right, so we're gonna have. Oh no, it's a segment. Ugh, I don't want that. Dang it! All right, quickly.
Run
fast. This is going to be a fatal 4-way match for the World Television title. We are going to add a little gimmick to this. We are going back to the pole match. No, we got to save it. We're just going to make this a big street fight. For the World Television Championship. Lex Luger trying to pry it away from Yoshiaki, who came away with a great victory. And then we only got 2 slots left, so I want to go induction and let's do a main event package.
Ooh, boosted.
We need it. And then there's one more left. And because of this,
Lucky.
oh, shoot. There, talent assigned. I want to assign.
And then in this case, just make sure you add both. That way you're not doubling your... Oh, they're nice since they're a tag team right now.
You rang.
Boom.
All right, and then I want to add Jim Neidhart. Really quick. What's he at?
Probably the Jays.
Probably a good start.
I didn't even see him when I went over it. All right.
I thought it was Tim Neidhart.
All right. The question is, who's Jim Cornette get assigned to?
Right.
Does he have a stable of people? Does he have one person?
Remember, it costs 20 creative points to sign somebody to someone.
I know. I don't know yet. I don't want to use him yet. All right. So I feel like I gotta get Jim Neidhart's got to get a shot at something. He's just got to have a fight. I feel like he can go with Booker T and get a shot at that belt. Jeff Jarrett can get another shot, and Ahmed Johnson can get back in the ring. And they can have... Dang it, it's a segment again. This is pain. All right. Neidhart. T. Ahmed. Where's Jeff Jarrett? Bang. Bang, bang. I don't think we need any special gimmick or anything like that. We just need this. Duking it out. We'll break this up. All right. I think that's my show. You can take it away, Cody.
I'll look at myself and Candace, see if we've got anything here. I wanted to check. Yeah, I forgot to put add feud to these.
Retire me. It's right there.
Ooh, insulted my spouse.
Oh, man. What I'm scared of here, I don't know, is like, does it actually make them retire?
Yes.
It does?
Yeah, like the red thing is what happens when the blow
What
off
it
happens.
does? Okay. That's what I was thinking. Oh, man. I feel like I got to build to that. So I'm
Well,
gonna
you build it up obviously before it
don't
gets stale, and then you blow it off.
retire me just yet. Is gonna be the feud, and
Should you
then
build up that feud and then start another feud, or because it's not the result of the match, it's the result of the blow off of the feud.
right, yeah. I just don't know if I want to like push Flair to retirement yet,
Right.
and I don't. Yeah, so like I like having that. I'll probably do it, but I think I'm gonna do like Flair in this feud is kind of like hinting it, but he's not there yet, and then probably put Nash over, and then Flair like loses his shit about it, and then maybe tries to go after like Shawn Michaels. So this is interesting. Superstar looks to regain the popularity they lost, while another looks to put them further down the card. I think I gotta take advantage of this. This is the large loss here is Shane Douglas, because he took that huge dip because I didn't book him. So I like that I've got this feud. Is like I said, I love that the consequence of actions can open up feud potential. So that was all I wanted to do. I was pretty sure I forgot to put feuds on the promos, and then Canada, I'll show yours just as kind of a make sure.
I just need to do one thing here.
Yep.
I want that little cutie boy
Yes,
to
yeah.
hear.
Oh my!
No.
You don't want to do you took my banana?
You took my banana.
You son of
Ooh, face versus face,
I
hot.
thought at least returning from injury, but I guess maybe it has to.
That would be so. That would be Hogan. Like Hogan and
that's-
Sting would have that
right.
later.
So I'm gonna put the who's the real champ feud.
Ooh.
Because this is right after the screw job, so Brett just lost.
Mhm.
You know what? Hold on, I'm changing it again.
Can you make it so he
That-
gets screwed again?
Maybe my title. There we go.
Ooh.
So there we go. That's gonna be
Like
the feud.
that.
That's my title. Sting versus
That's
Bret
my
Hart.
purse.
I don't know you.
And am I the one starting this one
Yep.
off?
Yeah, you can go ahead and hit play.
Ooh, let's do it.
Okey-dokey. Make sure we got everything here.
Jerry
I don't know. I don't know if I add. No, I don't want to add a thing. I wanted to see if I can like, but adding the feud is like a new feud. I can't like.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens later. Hold on.
I will say I don't want to guarantee this, so this would be sort of like at your risk.
Mhm.
I believe, because I think when I was like auto booking stuff just to try to trigger some events to see what would happen, I think like someone can have two feuds going on at once.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Yeah, so again, one of us will eventually find out for sure, but do want to put that out there that I believe you are able to do that.
All right, we're gonna play our first Raw is War, and opening up the show is Chris Jericho in the ring, taunting Chris Benoit. He's waving his passport around the ring. Jericho declares himself the greatest Canadian and the one true Chris. He says, "Look at this, Benoit, your precious passport. Without this, you're just a tourist in the United States." Benoit is furious, and he wants his passport back. Anyways, moving on. Now I just added this in last minute as Cody was explaining that China is going to be accompanying Triple H to the ring, kind of mirroring a little bit of real life there, as Triple H is going to face our mid card here, Jerry Lynn, and Triple H is going to take the victory, sending a message to the Giant. He says, "You think size matter? I'm here to prove you that brain beats brawn any day." At what do you call it? Royal Rumble. That's the one. Moving on. Triple H cuts that said promo, and he says, "Bring it on, big man. I'm going to show you why the Giant is going to meet the Game." And Triple H is starting to get over with the fans.
Over.
Yeah. And up next, we have Chris Benoit versus Raven. Just, he's got to get somebody else's passport, maybe. He's looking for a way. Raven said if Chris Benoit beats him, he will give him a ride to the next show. So that's exactly what happens. Raven now owes Benoit a ride to the next show because they cannot fly, and Raven just doesn't have enough money to fly. So he rents a car and he drives from show to show. Next up, we have a new gimmick package. It's Mr. Perfect. He says, "I'm perfect in every way." He's bragging about his ladder match at Armageddon. He says, "There's no one who's going to be able to take this title belt from me." He says, "I'm perfect in every match I compete in," and he's going to put the Intercontinental title on the line every time he competes in a match. He says, "Step up if you dare, but you're facing Mr. Perfect." And up now, it's face versus face. Sting versus Bret Hart for the WWF Championship. It's going back and forth. They're fighting face to face. The crowd doesn't know who to cheer for. They love both Sting. They felt bad for Bret Hart. They said, "Oh, you got screwed. It technically is his title. Does he deserve it back?" He does.
Oh my.
Bret Hart pulls out the victory. Post-match, Bret Hart offers a handshake to Sting, who accepted graciously. They're both just two great dudes having a great match, and they both respect each other for what they just went through.
And all is right in the world.
Bret Hart was screwed.
Okay, so to give it a comeback. All right, so to give the rundown, run that quick here. So, total rating. I don't know why I said totally. Total rating here is going to be 4.25 stars for Raw. 57 creative points going to go to Canada. So 3.75 stars in the opening promo. Jericho to Benoit, increasing that feud intensity. You can see there it goes up 7. Jericho has popularity and the overness go up. Triple H takes down Jerry Lynn in a 2.75 match. Triple H then cuts the promo calling out the Giant. And that gets 4.25 stars. Chris Benoit, great form for him and Raven. So they add an extra half star to that 4-star contest. The new gimmick for Mr. Perfect. So a small drop in overness, but the popularity went up. And the production crew guy, Austin Pierce, gets a little XP as well. Again, as we level these characters up, the doctors, the production, the scouting, the training, all that stuff, it makes those things better long term. 3.25 star there. And then the main event, 5 stars, gets a 3/4 star boost due to the high crowd interest. Bret Hart winning the World Championship. But again, another example, a great match. So overness for both of these gentlemen. They both go up in overness, popularity, just huge in the main event. Bret Hart getting the title.
Never seen a 0.5 before in any booking. 0.5 is interesting.
Yeah, no, it's a nice. I hadn't seen that before, so that 0.5 could be the difference down the road. 3% overness increase, plus 10 hype because of the hot main event. Triple H, as Canada mentioned, starting to get over with the fans. Again, I think that's like 80 is where that starts. The Mr. Perfect. The overness does drop, but that'll build right back up as that goes. And then you can see the new gimmick package. That segment specifically for Canada gains some XP, will become better over time. Solo feud promos moving with that as well. So now we are going to go over to Nitro. So, Cheek, I'll give you the mouse to take it away.
All right, let's do this. We're going to click play. I think I have everything in order. All right, so there you see the main event package did fairly well, fairly effective for tonight. And then in
I
the
love
World
the
Television Championship, the Fatal 4-Way, it is a street match. It's a street fight for the belt. Can Yoshiaki defend his title against the Total Package Akira and Toshiaki, not to be confused with Yoshiaki.
Yoshi and Toshi.
Yoshi Toshi, the feud for whose name is better.
Oh.
Yoshiaki cannot be beat.
Ooh.
Wow. This man defends his belt in the most amazing way possible. Just a violent street fight. Almost a 4-star match. Great start. The street fight match effect decreased for this event. That sucks. But hey, great match. And then Vader comes in, down to the ring. He promised to go all out in his next match. Why? Because he claims, maybe through some type of dysmorphia, that he thinks he is a cruiserweight, and he thinks he deserves that belt around his little thin waist, and he thinks he's gonna take it. So could be a rematch of what was possibly already the match of the year. We will find out, but a great effective promo from our hero Vader. And then the United States Championship. Jim Neidhart makes his debut for us here on WCW with manager Ted DiBiase. Booker T tries to hang on to that belt, and Ahmed and Jeff get another crack at the belt. This could be their last chance. This could determine how their future with the company goes. So we will simulate and see how it goes. Booker T defends his belt.
Yes,
Crowd-
sir.
The crowd is indifferent, though.
Crowd goes mild.
I could take it or leave it.
Crowd goes mild, but I
His
think
mother wasn't there, so.
his mother wasn't there. And even though he was still exhausted from last week, he comes back and defends it. So a couple great title defenses already in this show from some of our great young champions.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mick Foley in the ring with The Rock. And they said, hey, man, we had great chemistry at Starrcade. And we're out on a mission to get those straps around our lovely waist. And they come together with the common goal and decide to form a team. And thus, The Rock and Sock connection was born. And then the Brothers of Destruction, not yet, come out. And they say, oh, so you're some great tag team, huh? Then how come we got the gold around our waist? And they say, get your asses down to the ring, and we'll see how long that gold stays around your waist. And they come out, and they start swinging, and boy, it's going to be a double pin, because this match was so lopsided and dominated by the current champs, who keep it. Undertaker and Kane, can they be beat? We don't know. Yes, the double pin hurts our rating, but you know what? We're all about the story here on WCW, and we're adding to that lore. Can anyone beat Undertaker and Kane? Rock and Sock might not get another chance. And then the gold off continues. The backstage attack. I don't know what simulating who wins the backstage attack. Who does the
so
attacking?
if you pick Goldust, like he would be the one that comes out on top of the attack.
Okay. Goldust attacks Goldberg in his locker room. A scuffle is heard. Cameras rush in to see Goldust beating the hell out of Goldberg. Said, I'm the real gold of this WCW program. And Goldberg can't even speak. Left speechless.
He is speechless.
And that feud remains to be seen until next week. What happens? And then your main event, the World Heavyweight Championship, is going on. Stone Cold Steve Austin back in action tonight because Jumbo Tsuruta said, look, all you Americans, I eat pizza, I love pizza, and I love my pineapple on it. And Stone Cold says, you listen here, you son of a bitch. In Texas, we don't do pineapple on our pizza.
I said I'll add a pepperoni. What? I said a little bit of sausage. What? I said anything but you goddamn pineapple, son. Wow.
And everyone in the arena agreed that night. And thus, give me the damn.
It had gone out of my other monitor, so I had to fling it back before he accidentally ended stream.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Ring collapse.
Ooh, screw job. Does he screw Brett again? Stay tuned to find out. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Free to do.
And does the righteous occur? Does Stone Cold come out on top? Pineapple-less? He does!
Wow.
And all is right in the world. The WCW World Heavyweight Championship changes hands. Stone Cold wins in a great match. And he is eating a supreme pizza with everything on it. But your precious pineapples, Jumbo.
Wow.
And that's our show. Thank you
All right.
for checking that out.
So we'll give the rundown. She gets 3 3/4 stars, 35 creative points. Opening package for the main event got 3 3/4 stars. 3 3/4 stars for the television title match. Fujiwara, getting the victory there. 4% increase to the morale, 1% increase to the overness. Vader cut a promo trying to prove that he belongs in the cruiserweight division. Gets 3.5 stars, raises him up 6 popularity. And then different crowd cost Cheek 3/4 of a star as Booker T hangs on to the United States Championship in a 2 1/4 star match. 4 1/4 stars for the new association. Mankind and The Rock have become officially The Rock and Sock Connection. However, their new unity could not get them past The Undertaker and Kane as they took the loss. 1/4 star off with a double pin, but a 2.5 star victory for the Brothers of Destruction. Goldust attacks Goldberg backstage. 2.5 stars in the main event. Austin gets the WCW Championship off of Jumbo Tsuruta in a 4-star affair. So the overness of World Championship Wrestling is back to popular. So it looks like 60% is the mark there. So Cheek dropped at the pay-per-view, got it right back. Tsuruta and Stone Cold pull on a hot match. The Rock is starting to get over with the fans, and then you can see there's the note for that promo. So that's definitely the move. Just be willing to use a segment to make a new team if that's like what you want to do. So I love that that's there. There's faction ones as well, so saves us some creative points when doing that. And then you can see all the promos. So tag championships do take a -1 due to the match rating. U.S. title takes 1 for a similar reason, but the world title goes up 6. So you can see this is where those shorter reigns can cost you. So in this case, basically, they just put it here. So prestige increases every 3 months of a championship reign based on the number of defenses. Prestige decreases for each previous championship reign shorter than 3 months. So you are incentivized to build titles kind of that old-fashioned way. If you move a belt around a lot, it won't have as much prestige. But in this case, still a net positive because you have a really good champion and the match rating was really good. So you can cancel that out as well.
But, all right, good show.
Bang. All right, and then we go over to Hardcore TV on ECW.
Hardcore, baby.
Let's get extreme, brother. We're closing in on House Party. Super excited for that. But our show is going to kick off. I come on the screen and I say, look, we don't have enough championships in ECW and we have way too much talent. So you know what? I'm not just bringing in a new championship. No. I'm bringing in a new championship. And tonight, the ECW Global Championship is making its debut. And our first champion will be decided in a Fatal War 4-way contest. DDP and Randy Savage missed the pay-per-view. We're not happy about it. Kevin Nash and Ric Flair back from injury. But we are going to try to get DDP back into the main event scene. He took a huge dip in popularity by not being on the pay-per-view. Savage did as well, but he stayed as a main eventer. So we're going to give this title to DDP, try to get him a boost to get him right back fairly quickly. And it looks like it works. So he's starting to get over. So we're Savage a little bit. Obviously, Savage, Nash, and Flair do take a hit, but we'll look to build feuds. Do some great stuff there. So DDP, your first ever global champion. We've got a Fall from Grace feud starting here. So Shane Douglas, very similar, took a huge popularity dip. We've got a promo ambush here. I'm going to let this one be random, though, who gets the start to this, but we're going to have Eddie Guerrero basically mocking Shane Douglas. So Shane Douglas is in the back talking about how it is unacceptable that he was not a part of the pay-per-view, and he's going to prove that he is never missing a big show yet again. All of a sudden, Eddie Guerrero comes in, attacks him with a chair, looks into the camera, smiles, and shrugs, knowing that he got one over on Shane Douglas, who just can't seem to stop his fall from grace. Then we've got two feuds here, two big tag team feuds here. One tag feud is over a stolen parking spot. The other tag feud is over insulting a mutta. It is LOD and the Steiners taking on the New Age Outlaws and the team of RVD and Sabu. I don't have a preference here, so we are going to let fate steer the wheel in this match. We're just trying to move both tag feuds together. LOD and the Steiners get the win. We get a boost for plenty of intensity. Does not look like either feud moved in that case. That's unfortunate. We'll have to be careful as we we need to build up the heat on these feuds before they get stale and we blow them off. So eyes on that. +3 for the winners, -2 for the losers on the popularity side. Then Ultimo Dragon is in the ring, and he said, look, this tag division's good, but it needs something flashier. It needs something that the fans can love and support and get behind. We need this. I need this, and I have found the best partner that I can. A man that captures the spirit of the dragon in the same way that I do. Hayabusa comes out to the ring. The two embrace, and then they both do really cool backflips to show that they're ready to take over the ECW tag division with a little bit of explosion.
Is it the Year of the Dragon?
Year of the Dragon, baby.
Stay tuned. Then all of a sudden we're backstage, and Ric Flair is talking about, look, people saying I'm too old. People saying that I've been down that too many times. But I'm saying I got too much in me, and all of a sudden Kevin Nash comes in and interrupts and says, look, you're going to retire. You're going to retire, and I'm going to be the one to do it. I'm taking you out. And then Ric Flair says, well, don't retire me just yet. And then he winks, and it goes bing, like as he winks, because he said the name of the feud.
Yeah, true.
And then in our main event, Shawn Michaels, Mitsuharu Misawa had a great Shawn Michaels DNA on a pole match at the pay-per-view. Misawa saved Shawn Michaels from infecting the women of the world with his semen. Ken Shamrock, Mike Awesome fighting after Mike Awesome took the urinal cake and brushed it on his face. These two sides team up tonight, looking to be the better man. And it's Shawn Michaels and Mike Awesome getting the victory. But Ken Shamrock and Misawa get a boost as well, which we love to see. So that closes our show. To give the recap, we go 3.5 stars. We get 30 creative points for that show. DDP's opening title match for the Global Championship gets 3 3/4 stars. I'll be intrigued to see how it goes as we build the prestige of that belt. That'll be kind of fun to watch through. 3 stars is Eddie Guerrero attacks Shane Douglas during his promo. We get the plenty of intensity boost in our 8-man tag as LOD and the Steiners take down Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, RVD, and Sabu. 3.5 stars. 1.5 stars for Hayabusa and Ultimo Dragon forming a team. We do take a popularity hit there. We'll definitely have to build that up, but that segment didn't go well. But we need face tag teams on the depth side of things. We only have LOD and the Steiners. Everybody else is heel, so adding a face team should help us long term. We get 4.25 stars for the confrontation backstage between Kevin Nash and Ric Flair as they kickstart their feud with a pretty high amount of heat on that feud. And then in the main event, Shawn Michaels and Mike Awesome are able to take down Ken Shamrock and Mitsuharu Misawa. 4 stars for that match as their respective feuds pick up. So you can see we get the hot match there, so everyone gets a 3% boost on overness. And extra viewers, DDP's overness we talked on. A couple new feuds starting. Ultimo Dragon Hayabusa, the Masked Dragons have begun. Sabu's morale and Rob Van Dam's morale has dropped to content, so we'll look to give those guys a victory probably in the coming weeks. So you can see our full reps here: WWF +4, I'm down 3, WCW down 1, and then the specific to us, we get some XP boosts on our promos, and the Global Championship starts with a +5.
Why wouldn't it?
So the fans this week, Raw,
Ooh.
WWF taking
Dang.
30,000 fans, 10,000
Sure.
of those are mine, 19,000 of those belong to Cheeky.
Raw is war, baby.
Raw's looking good. All right, you guys down to do one more week here for this
One
video?
more week. Yes, sir.
Set it up where the next pay-per-view's on. So Raw is War can kick us off. Final show before the Royal Rumble.
Okay, so because we just have a new champion and everything, we need to obviously what is it called? This is called. Here, I'll just put it actually. This belongs to you.
Ooh.
Oh wait, no, sorry, it's new title.
Oh.
What is the new title one? Title.
Tittle.
Demand title shots. Title feud. Nope. Strip
Are you
champion.
Huh.
No. Screw him right away. Maybe this one? Is it a 2? It is. Okay, we will just set up the title feud. The title feud, new challenger.
Oh, you need a specific. Oh, okay. So the feud you have
Okay.
them in isn't.
I'm gonna do this one then. The other way, I guess we're gonna do demanding a title shot. Sting to Bret Hart. I guess. So the next match is a tag match, but it is not. Wait. Sorry. How do I do this?
What are you trying to do?
Like see everybody, not just tag. team.
Where it says type tag, you turn
Oh.
it to 2v2.
Bomb, because it is not. It is a. We have Triple H and who accompanied him last week down to the ring, China, against Big Show. I mean the Giant and
Huh.
Ivory.
Ooh,
Boom.
mixed tag. Okay.
Well, mixed tag team action right there. The next match we got going on is Chris Jericho versus where did he go? Jerry Lynn. Add that one in right there. Chris Jericho has a. We're gonna remove the title on that one. It's not a title match. He's going to just, he needs to get some work in before the pay-per-view. He's going to show Chris Benoit won his match last week. Now it's Chris Jericho's turn to get a match in. The next match is a title match because Mr. Perfect is putting up his title against Davey Boy Smith, aka the British Bulldog. We're gonna get a little gimmick on that one, and I think we have to go with the classic.
hard
It's
not
just
to.
so. It's like when you're looking at all matches, you're like, man, what one can we go with? He's only at 9. Oh, Mr. Perfect's at 15%. I'm not really worried about Davey. He hasn't even had a match yet. But I think we're gonna put it on a poll. We have to. And what is the object gonna be? A guitar.
Guitar.
Ooh.
Mr. Perfect is country music history.
Exactly. So he's gonna get that one in there, and then we have another match. We have Sting taking on one of Jake Roberts' appearances
Ooh.
in basically what is our main event, I would say. But what is actually our main event is, where is it? Villainize. We are gonna villainize Bret Hart.
Oh my
He is
God.
Wow.
No.
He is kind of, yeah. We have actually one more thing left to do. What am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why do I have 7 now?
Maybe because your prestige went up or something.
Oh, and the level of your production facility. Probably because I went up a level, didn't I? Okay, great. Then we're gonna add another segment, the feud. This is actually perfect. We got that. We got that to my title. We are gonna add the greatest wrestler. We are going to have feud. I want to make sure it's for a feud, solo feud. Yeah, Chris Jericho is going to. Oh, damn it! But it does work with the feud present, right?
Yeah, you did.
Where
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah, it just only lets you do one.
That one's hard to remember. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Right after their match. There we go. I am finished. I'm just making sure. Had a gimmick. Maybe this one's gonna be no gimmicks. No gimmicks. I don't want to waste my stuff. So no gimmicks. Go away. Okay. Anyways, I'm finished. I guess I should check my emails really quick. Company facilities, staff members, medical. I don't need to really read any of this. This is all just like,
the intro.
tutorial stuff. This is the injuries, Hollywood, and what's his face, Davey Boyce, and this is all my availables. Okay, available talent, Kraz Boy,
Kraz Boy.
her. Okay, interesting. Wait, what?
Hell yeah.
Kraz Boy is a girl. That might be. I might have to just pick up Kraz Boy for that potential storyline.
I like
All
how
right,
the R is small and everything else is large.
Yeah, I do like that. It is now time for Extreme Championship
Yeah,
Wrestling.
a little EC
Ooh.
dub here. I too now have 7 segments, so
Okay, interesting.
we'll see. Maybe it's like so we'll see what Cheeks is at. Maybe ours goes 6 and 7, and we'll see. We're learning as we go. I want to look at not this. I'm trying to find staff. I wanted to check this stuff out because I think I want to try to figure out like how to. So talent manager, like producer, I know how to increase, like run those videos. I might send out a scout and I might send people to training just to try to boost these people up. I don't know if it costs creative points to do this, so I might bail on this idea for now. But I'm going to take someone that I don't really think I have anything planned for at the moment. That's going to be Tommy Rogers. He's 36. Maybe he's not the right choice. Let me find somebody. Nakashini is 30. So I just want to see if I say, okay, you're going to train. Training takes about 3 months. Costs 10. Okay. So I think I am going to send someone to training. But 3 months being gone, he's part of my tag division. Let's do Jun Akiyama. We're going to boost up Jun Akiyama here. We're going to go spend 10 points, have them go for their work rate. In theory, this should also allow Alberto Schmidt to become a better trainer. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to look at the indies to try to get my scout improved, is what I'm thinking. And I'm trying to think. We had, I know who one was. We had someone say, what about Rick Martel? Now, he's a veteran. I like how you don't even get to know his age after this, but I am going to send a scout. I assume this costs me as well. It does. 1 month. We're going to get the report on Rick Martel, but I think this is worth using some creative points here and there to boost that stuff in case there's like really great people later on. We'll kind of see, but we're going to send those out. And boom. Okay, so that's taken care of. Now we're flowing in. No new emails here, so I think so. This week I want to take the time to get another segment with Ultimate Warrior. Just kind of want to see. I kind of want to be silly. So I'm going to do a bodybuilding contest. And we're going to have this be between the Ultimate Warrior and Hockey Talk Man. I'm trying to think of someone I wouldn't necessarily feel the need to use a lot that could Buff Bagwell. We're going to have Ultimate Warrior and Buff Bagwell in a bodybuilding contest. We're going to make kind of a low-key feud off of this. Buff is going to be one of the first people to feed himself to the Ultimate Warrior as we try to get Ultimate Warrior over. We're going to see how this goes. Okay, so bodybuilding contest there. We're going to add a feud. And we're going to use this. Taking my spot. That'll work. All right, so we got that. I don't know if that's going to kick off the show, but want to make sure we're getting the Warrior stuff going. And then match-wise, I want to get RVD and Sabu of Victory this week. So we're going to have them go away from LOD for the week, and we're just going to have them... They are heel, so we're going to actually have them take on... do we put the Let's put the Masked Dragons out there right away. They're going to lose their first match together, but... see how that goes. See how they team up. Then I also want to have Taz kind of work to start defending his championship. I want him in a one-on-one match so we can kickstart a feud here as well. So Taz is a face. So can I should be able to click. Oh, can I? What if I hold like shift? Nope. Okay. I just want to see if I can do heel and neutral together. So Shane Douglas is already busy. The other neutral guys are either busy or I don't think works. So let's find a heel. Kevin Nash, Randy Savage are spoken for. So Dr. Dust, Steve Williams was who I initially thought. I think we're going to run with that. Have these two fight for the title. I'll just put on here. Okay, it auto did it good. Okay. So we'll put the title on the line. We'll have Taz win. We're going to start a feud off of that as well. We'll just do this new challenger. Bang. And then I really want to have... So I can't remember, but I think since the Royal Rumble January, I think this is the final show for the year. And then we immediately... Because it just happens to be where our save starts. Our save starts us in December. If you start a save a different month, this won't happen. I believe every January is the top wrestlers. So in the main event, we are going to have... We're going to run it back, even though they're going to run it again at the pay-per-view. We're going to have Sean and Misawa again here for the title. We're not going to put the gimmick on here. It's tempting, but I would be out of creative points. So no gimmick, but these two are going to fight for the world title. We're going to see, hopefully, those two fighting together, put on a good match. And what I'm thinking in my head is maybe one of these two can win Wrestler of the Year because they've had good matches. I don't know if that'll work as well as I want, but that's kind of where my head is. And then we are going to go segment. We are going to go feud. And we are going to do a tense pull apart.
I'll give you a tense pull apart.
Between Randy and our new global champion DDP. That'll kickstart their feud. So we don't want to do retirement yet. But again, oh my, creeper. Jeez. Oh my, yep, that's the feud. A burned down house. Randy Savage burned down DDP's house because he wanted the belt and didn't get it.
Damn.
That's how much the global championship means. Okay, so we've got 2 segments left here. Just taking a look at my feuds. Flair and Nash there. And again, we've got eyes on the staleness. So we're pushing this one pretty hard. Flair and Nash, we've got time. This we're staying away from this week. Toilet Prank isn't moving that well so far. So we'll have to figure out how far I want to go here. We've got potential feuds. Those are the ones that are about to start tonight. Let's go with another match. And let's do... I kind of want to do another like hodgepodge. So let's have Jushin Liger, maybe a few less people, but let's get some bodies out here we haven't seen yet. So Sasaki, we're going to put Mongo out there. Kojima, Koshinaka. Akiyama's about to go away, so I'm going to hold that. And we're going to get Conan. Conan's got a little bit of a boost because he's back from his injury. So we'll do a little 6-way here just to get some people on the card. And then we are going to do another segment. I love the segments. Like, it's hard not to just want to do a bunch of segments.
I know.
And we are going to do a feud package for the... I feel like lore, I can't like do a feud that has like nothing happening so far. We're going to do the mother install, just see how the feud package does with this. Boom. All right, so now let's get the order on this. I think we open with the pull apart brawl. We frantically go to the ring for a multi-person match. This is definitely our main. After the multi-person match, we're going to show the tag feud. Then we're going to go into a tag match. Then the bodybuilding contest between Ultimate Warrior and Buff Bagwell. Taz versus Dr. Death, Steve Williams for the TV title. Heavyweight title on the line in the main event. Hoping that this does really well rating-wise. And maybe Shawn Michaels or Misaharu Misawa wins Wrestler of the Year. Let me make sure. Because it can't add a feud. This has the feud. Starting, feud. I don't want a feud here. All right, I think we are good, so I'll send it over to Cheek for WCW.
Whew, all right.
Nitro is 6 this week, so it definitely seems to... Like, I was 8 last week, so we'll have to kind of see, like, if things, like, move naturally. I would guess, though, it's just based on our performance. It's like a moving mark.
All right, well, let's get right back to it. We are going to revive the rivalry of the pineapple on pizza feud. And we are going to have...
That feud's just getting started.
Oh, it's just getting started.
This is a wee little baby.
I kind of wish 2K operated like this with half stars.
Yeah, and I like that there's a variation, too. It seems like... I don't know the exact formula. Like, we're getting different staleness ratings, too. So, like, he's got 4 here, but my Michaels Misawa feud, I have, like, 5.5 to work with.
We're gonna do some car destruction.
Wow.
Yeah, boy. We only got 6 slots, and we're making them all count. And then
Car destruction over pizza?
dude,
Is
is
people
pineapple
get
a
passionate
joke to
about
you?
that. Yeah.
I think this is a game. All right, so the gold off. Ooh, sorry. The gold off continues. And we're going to have a little backstage confrontation. Because Goldberg did not like Goldust dusting him off last week. Alright, so back to business. A little business indeed. So I think what we need to do, just to see, I think what I want to do is I need to get D'Lo Brown a match.
Hell yeah.
What?
Love me
I need
some
to get
D'Lo.
I need to get D'Lo. Actually, we're gonna do tag match. 2v2. All right, D'Lo's still gonna be in it.
Thank God.
And his partner is gonna be Mark Henry. And they're gonna go against Disco Inferno and the Godfather. Because Mark Henry and D'Lo don't take too kindly to the way they treat women. So they're gonna book that.
So yeah, you're getting...
I gotta get used to that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, add a feud to everything. Alright, I think that's just gonna be a straight up and just see where it goes. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it straight up and see how it shakes out. 3 slots left. I just wanted to get D'Lo and Brown. I hadn't really booked them or paid them much attention. I don't want anybody to be disgruntled. And speaking of people being disgruntled, we need to go back to the bottom of the card because we need to get Little Dragon. We need to get Little Guido. And we need to get Little Vader. Back in their
All back.
and back in their triple threat ways. We're gonna book it. Back for the cruiserweight title. Yes. Just wanted to confirm. See it right there. But there is gonna be a gimmick. This is gonna be a pull match. Let's see what object. Barbed wire.
God.
No, no. That doesn't speak to
No.
us. That Bishop Vader.
That does.
That does.
Oh my god.
Dang it. All right.
I just know
so-
Vader has a fish named Sparkles or something wild like that. You know? Like how a 4-year-old would name a fish.
Oh gosh. We need to go back to this segment because we need some production in our life. We need a feud package. Book. Do I need to select participant? I wonder if I book this, if it's gonna increase staleness.
It would, yeah. So it basically.
It would. Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can start.
So you're kind of, I mean, you can have, like, if you want to increase like a shorter term feud, you could do like 2 segments of it with the intention of ending it quicker. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You would just, as that staleness grows, you'd want to be ready to have a blow off match at some point.
Okay, we'll just do a main event package. Not. All right, now we need to have another actual match. We only got 2 on the card. I feel like that's not doing us a lot of service, so we're gonna try Yoshiaka Fujiwara back out again for another title defense. This time, Toshiaka, Kira, or Toshiaki, excuse me. Lex Luger's still getting his turns at it. Nobu, Hiroshi, Masahiro, Gunji, Ishinari, and alright. We're gonna have a good old 10-way for the World Television Championship. And yeah, it's gonna go right there. Oh, we're gonna add a little gimmick to this match. It's gonna be a street fight. This thing's gonna be badass.
I'm excited to see what weapon everybody has.
Too bad it's not the global championship.
Nothing ever will be, but I think this is pretty solid. We got a lot of guys, just a way to get a lot of guys involved. Got a couple belts out there, and we're gonna have some fun along the way. So that's what I got. So Cody, take it away.
All right, cool. So
Guide us.
do the quick checks here. I'll check mine real quick just to make sure. I think I'm good this time. Don't think I forgot anything. Looks good for me. So Ken, I'll throw to you, and then once you know you're good, you can go ahead and kick it off.
All right, taking a look. No. I think. Well, how many points do I have? 239. I'm gonna make it a submission match just for Jericho.
Dang.
Ooh.
1 show to the Rumble. We're on our way to the Rumble, baby. Raw is
Dang.
war.
Entering 1998.
Here we go. Sting is coming out to the ring, and he wants his title match against Bret Hart. He thought they had a great match, but he thinks he deserves another title shot. And our boy, our face still, Bret Hart agrees to that match. So there we go.
Heck yeah.
Triple H and China versus Ivory and the Giant. Ivory and China faced off at Armageddon. China won. Triple H and the Giant have been in an ongoing feud. They are going to be facing off at the Royal Rumble to hopefully end this feud and see who is the #1 contender. But there is also a thing called the Royal Rumble, which is coming up. And Triple H and China
Ooh,
go off.
Wow.
And Ivory, even though she lost, she just went from content to happy. So she is happy
it.
she is 0-2.
I always read it backwards. It
What do
changed
you mean?
to content from happy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
No,
get
no,
mixed
no.
up on that too.
So
Probably,
she,
probably because she's in a match against 2 dudes.
well, oh yeah, that is very, very true. Moving on.
Look at that belt. That's dope.
That is dope. We have Chris Jericho versus Jerry Lynn. In a submission match, we did make it a submission match. And Chris Jericho is going to pull it off.
Wow.
Sauce.
Chris Benoit won last
Smooth
week.
performances.
Jerry Lynn looks like he peed himself with that outfit.
So
That's what the Lion Tamer does to you.
Chris Benoit is going into the Royal Rumble. I guess all their things went back to 0-1, right? Because Chris Jericho won at the Armageddon, but that was in December, and now we're in a new year. I guess
Ooh.
your win-loss changes
It does.
every
Yeah, it
year.
looks
Goes
like it,
back
yeah.
to 0-0. So Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, both 1-1 to go into the Royal Rumble. Who will be our European champion? Chris Jericho asks that same question himself, and he says it's going to be him, and he is going to destroy Chris Benoit's passport after he beats him at the Royal Rumble. Will Chris Benoit be able to travel to any other foreign country? Stay tuned and find out. For our light heavyweight championship, we have a guitar on a pole match. Mr. Perfect, Kerr Hennig, known for his country music roots. Davey Boy Smith, aka the British Bulldog, has zero idea what country music is. And Mr. Perfect, of course, he's going to keep his perfect streak and get that guitar. And he plays a little riff. He sings a little song about the British Bulldog not being as perfect as
Let
him.
it go.
And in our main event, Sting versus one of Jake Roberts' appearances. We're going to see if we can add a finish. And we are going to add roster member distraction causes interfering member. That is obviously going to be Bret Hart.
Ooh.
It's going to bring up our feud staleness, but that is okay. It's going to bring down our thing, which means, unfortunately,
Wow.
Jake Roberts gets the win because
Sting was
Dang.
just so distracted.
Sting was just so distracted. Because Bret Hart came out, and after he distracted Sting, after he actually beat him over the head with his own glasses and put him on so Sting couldn't see a damn thing and got pinned, he says, "Do not even cheer for me anymore. You cheered when I got screwed, and now I'm back as your champion," as Bret Hart holds the belt and his glasses high above his head.
Damn.
As we move
All
on.
right. Good show there
Dang.
from the folks at the WWF. So Chico will go right to you. You can take away.
All right. Let's play it. So we have a little main event package to start. The video package airs. It promotes hype for the main event tonight, which will feature destruction between Stone Cold and Jumbo Tsuruta.
I'm an idiot. I totally didn't go over our results.
Oh, you're good. Yeah.
Ooh.
No, it's like you hit continue to like solidify, but then it wants you to continue one more time, so it's kind of tricky.
Speaking of things that might get tricky, we have a 10-way on our hands. That is a true street fight. It looks like all these guys were just milling around outside, and somebody threw a piece of paper at Akira, and he said, "Hey, Lex Luger, what the hell are you doing?" He's like, "I didn't throw that." And then Masanobu comes over and says, "What the hell are you guys arguing about?" And then next thing you know, they're all involved over who threw the piece of paper at who. And then they're all fighting. They all grab weapons. And Yoshiaki's like, "This is bullcrap. I got to defend my title against 9 other dudes. And as much as I want to simulate to see if he does defend his title, I got to keep the belt defense going." Yoshiaki, for the 3rd time, defends his title in the World Television Championship. Or maybe it's the 2nd time. But nonetheless, he defends his championship again in a great 4-star match. That was a lot of fun. And we will move on to our tag match. So, Mark Henry, D'Lo Brown making their debut as a tag team partnership against the Godfather and Disco Inferno, who are just wreaking havoc on the hoes of this town. And who will come out on top? Mark Henry and D'Lo Brown. Good defeats evil in a decent little match, nothing too crazy. And then the backstage confrontation we all want to see. The gold off continues. We are backstage for a scheduled interview. Goldberg is going to say, hey, I didn't like that. I didn't like you coming and attacking me over who has the real gold, who is the true gold of the WCW. Goldberg says I am. Because you know why? Because I bring in the fans. I bring in the money. You're fool's gold.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. WC Cruiserweight Championship, the triple threat. We have a pole match on our hands. Little Guido, who won over the fans of many at Starrcade, and Little Dragon and Little Vader, who put on one hell of a show, possibly the best match of the year. But tonight, they have to climb the pole, and on top of that pole is Vader's goldfish just up there swimming around. Vader's like, oh no, Guppy, I gotta go get you. And he needs that fish, but everyone thinks he can't get it because he's too big. But he says, what are you talking about? I'm a cruiserweight, damn it! No! No!
Oh, Vader bled in that match.
Damn.
He's bleeding because little Guido climbed up, got the fishbowl, threw it at Vader, and broke it over Vader's face. He starts bleeding as he scrambles to try to get his pet Guppy into some nearby water. Little Guido defends his title, and Vader has yet to earn the title of Little Vader. Wow. And somehow, after that great match, we press on. The camera crew goes out to the parking lot. What's going on? It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. And it looks like he's doing something to Jumbo Tsuruda's car. And it looks like he's talking about a pizza and hell yeah, and pepperoni, and what the hell you doing with pineapple on it. And Stone Cold just appears, and he starts hitting this car with a baseball bat. Says, you son of a bitch.
Wham!
You put pepperoni
Wham!
only on your pizza. You keep that pineapple off that shit. And he crushes it like you crush a pineapple. And it might have crushed Jumbo's spirit. Find out in the next WCW.
Boom. So rundown Cheeks show here. 4 stars in total. 46 creative points going his way. 3 stars for the main event package. The same card destruction threw me off, but that's because that's what the main event was. I was like, wait, what? So 3 stars for that, increasing the feud. Fujiwara takes down 9 other men hanging on to the television championship in a 4-star match. You can see as well, morale for everybody in this match went up. So
I think a lot of them hadn't had matches in a while, or at least not even yet at all. So.
Yeah, that's what that was. It was kind of the thing we didn't think about with how much we drafted. It's definitely hard to put people in matches unless you're doing like these big 10-mans, but then it's harder to build feuds. So that was definitely our bad, but drafting is just too fun.
We can't apologize.
Yeah, I apologize for nothing. Mark Henry, D'Lo Brown take down the Godfather and Disco Inferno in a 2 3/4 match. Goldberg confronts Gold Dust, called him Fool's Gold, as the Gold Off feud gets built up even more. 3 3/4 stars for that. 3.5 stars with an extra 1/4 star for the blood of Vader, who's anything but little at this point in the timeline. Little Guido hanging on to the Cruiserweight Championship in that match. In the main event, the car destruction segment, 4 3/4 stars. Big time there. Stone Cold Steve Austin took that bad and went, wham, 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 you son of a bitch, and just destroyed Jumbo Tsuruda's car. Clearly, things are going to be picking up for the WCW pay-per-view between those two. We can see that the feud has become hot. So the chances of hot matches and segments are boosted. And the overness of both gentlemen went up by 5%. Pole match decreased. Vader bled. Street fight increased on the match effect. So Cruiserweight Championship drops due to, I assume that's Little Dragon, because I know he's not as popular yet. So drop there for Little Dragon and Little Guido, with +1 for the rating and the blood of normal-sized Vader. And then you can see the other positives. TV title gets a +7, so you got good challengers, good champ, good rating.
Nice.
I'm intrigued by it says like match effect decrease, but you're getting the XP, so I'm not sure like what the match effect portion is. I'll have to figure that out.
Right. Well, it says it says for this event, so I'm kind of assuming it's for like it was good at a pay-per-view, but maybe not the other one.
Didn't
Maybe
work on Raw or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we've got our final episode of Hardcore TV, the final show before the house party. Let's go ahead and send it in. So we start the show. DDP walking in with ECW Global Championship. And he looks pissed. Randy Savage walks in another door and he's just laughing, living the dream. And all of a sudden, DDP runs at Randy Savage. The two start brawling. And in the skirmish, we hear DDP screaming. And, I mean, we were all shocked. Do our ears deceive us? DDP accusing Randy Savage of burning down his house. And Randy Savage said, look, you need to understand, you burned down my home by not letting me hold that championship. You don't want to give me the thing that makes me feel whole, that I'm going to take away what makes you feel whole. Your wife's already gone in another company, and now the bed of which you sleep is burned into flames. They kept brawling. We had to send officials in to break it up, starting what could be a very crazy feud between those two. Up next, we've got some guys that we're just trying to get on the card, trying to give them a little bit of love here. Conan, though, is back from injury. He's got a little boost here, so I'm going to give Conan the win. I don't know if that like doubles the boost, but is Jushin Thunder Liger, Kensuke Sasaki, Mongo McMichael, Satoshi Kojima, Koshinaka. We're going to give it to Conan. He's going to get a +12. What the hell? Focused on shortcomings. I guess the fans were caught up in the negative. So is life. They've just been on Twitter too much. Conan gets the victory. Then a video package airs showing the back and forth that's been going on between the Steiner brothers and the New Age Outlaws. New Age Outlaws insulting Mama Steiner has led to these brothers trying to unite together in honor of their beautiful mother and their belief that she's a fantastic cook, despite what the Outlaws have said. They might have to come to blows at House Party. Then RVD and Sabu are going to be taking on the new team of the Masked Dragons. RVD and Sabu have had their morale drop a little bit due to some of their recent defeats, going for the tag belts against LOD and then losing the 8-man tag. So we're going to give them the victory here to try to right the ship on that a little bit in a 3-star match. Masked Dragons, their first match together as a team. Then it's a bodybuilding contest. The Ultimate Warrior runs down to the ring, starts shaking the ropes. But then all of a sudden, Buff Bagwell comes out in that giant top hat thing he had. And he shakes the ropes, but he tries to do it more scandalous, a little more sexified. And Buff Bagwell tells the Ultimate Warrior, I challenge you to a special contest. And the lights slowly dim, and Warrior's a little sketched out. And Buff Bagwell says, it's a bodybuilding contest. But the Ultimate Warrior wins said contest after a variety of poses for the crowd. A big brawl breaks out, but the crowd did seem to find Ultimate Warrior's poses to be slightly better. And it looks like the two are taking the feud, as Buff Bagwell not only wants to take Ultimate Warrior's spot on the roster, but he wants to prove that he's got the better body. Then we've got the television title on the line. So triple threat action. It was Taz, it was Dr. Death, it was Eddie Guerrero at the first pay-per-view. Taz won the belt. Steve Williams came out, said, look, I deserve a shot one-on-one. You can't take me down. And then Taz took him down. So Dr. Death, Steve Williams wasn't happy. He tripped. The referee didn't, do it intentionally. The referee was just in the way. Steve Williams went to run off the ropes, tripped over his foot, which allowed Taz to lock in the Taz mission, the Kata Hajime. And Steve Williams had no choice but to tap. TV's champion retains, but he's got a challenger ready to swipe that gold. And then in our main event, greatest wrestler here. Oh, No, I got to do it straight up. It's gonna hurt Sean, but I need. I'm doing this for the match rating. Misawa, Michaels. Misawa successfully defends. I won't even lie about the lore. He gets it straight up. Shawn Michaels is furious that he lost this match.
He's mad.
And he comes to the back. He throws a fit. He starts super kicking everybody he can see. And then he threatens me with sweet chin music. And to avoid getting hit with such a tune, I tell him that at House Party, he gets another shot at Misawa. All right, to run down our ratings here, we get 3 3/4 stars, 35 creative points. We get 4 1/4 stars for the brawl at the start of the show. 48 to start the feud is really good between these guys. So a chance to build something good there with DDP and Savage. Conan, 2 stars in his victory. My plan of giving him a win as he had a little overness boost did not go as well as I would have liked. But he grabs a win there. 2 stars. We lose 3/4 of a star due to shortcomings. We get a nice needed boost to the Mother Insult feud. Goes from 4 to 14. We get that 10-point boost on that. So a nice feud package there. This feud was struggling to get going. Might try to do the same thing with the toilet prank feud between Ken Shamrock and Mike Awesome. RVD and Sabu get a win. We'll see if that was enough to get their morale kind of back on right track a little bit over the new Masked Dragons, Ultimo Dragon, and Hayabusa in a 3-star affair. 3 3/4 stars is Ultimate Warrior, shows he's got a better body than Buff Bagwell, but Buff Bagwell wants to take his spot. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Taz, 3 3/4 stars, retains the television championship over Dr. Death. But Steve Williams is going to be looking for more opportunities in the main event. Misawa defeats Shawn Michaels, 4 1/4 stars. Shawn Michaels will look for another opportunity at the belt at House Party. Hot segment for Savage and DDP. They get 4% overness on that. We get our new feuds kicked off. So Taz and Steve Williams, Ultimate Warrior and Buff Bagwell, DDP and Randy Savage all get started. Steve Williams' morale drops. Warriors' morale drops. Okay, maybe because he's not in matches. We get Sabu and RVD back to 60%. So they're happy again. For this week, I do drop 1 in rep. WCW and WWF stay the same. Our world title gains some more prestige. The TV title gains prestige. And interestingly, I don't know if it's or no, I didn't put it online that week. I was like, oh, what did the prestige do on the global championship? But it wasn't on the line, so obviously nothing gonna move there. So these are the standings this time. So both Raw and Nitro go up, and they split my fans between them. So 2.4 to Raw, 2.5 over to Nitro. And here we go. So this is new message about an artifact available. So we'll all check our emails quick, and that's where we'll call it. It looks like my plan worked. We put that main event on, literally just hoping to win Wrestler of the Year to maybe give me some sort of boost. But Misawa wins Wrestler of the Year. Jumbo Saruta was 2nd place. Mr. Perfect in 3rd. Rounding out the top 10, we got Bret Hart, Stone Cold, Booker T, Yoshiaki Fujiwara, Taz, Little Guido, and Hollywood Hogan. I'll scroll through their names. That way, if you're watching the video and you're like, I want to see the full top 50, you're able to see it. So you can see. I like that it puts little like notations. So like some of these people, obviously in this case, we didn't have as many shows since we started in December. But I love that there's little notations there of like people that didn't lose a match. I like how some of these guys, obviously we didn't use a combined 50 people, it looks like. So that's why you got some zeros down here. But as we get into where we're doing like a full year, that's going to look a lot different. So I'm going to hit this. So Canada, I'm going to pull up your emails for you, and then I'll give you control to look at those.
Alrighty.
It looks like you discovered an artifact.
Oh, hello. A powerful wrestling artifact has been discovered in the dungeon below your company headquarters. What is Vince McMahon doing there? Use it carefully. It's Mega Show. More artifacts are known to be hidden.
Okay, so we'll look at that after the emails.
Edge had a weird dream. Have you ever had a dream of Martians? Last night I had a pretty weird dream about them. They were all green and they looked scared, like they were being abused. I tried to help them, but they just ran away. I wonder if it meant anything.
What the hell?
No, you might need that.
usually.
It could be his new gimmick.
I'm just gonna delete that email. Tanaka's return timeline from minor injury has been reevaluated from 2 to 6 to 4 to 6, so he is going to be out for a minute. And then I think these are all older. Yeah, almost to go. So there we go.
All right.
Oh, hold on. Where's this artifact?
Other. I think.
There.
And then artifacts. So if you highlight over, hold more events than usual at the upcoming show. So whenever you want to use this,
that's cool.
You can spend 70 creative points and make a show bigger than it would have been.
WrestleMania, here I come. We only have 11. We had 12 the last show, so we only have 11 now. Interestingly enough, we're gonna throw it over to WCW.
Sold out.
So cheat gets. So if you top right, there's a little X, and then you'll be able to get the emails from there.
All right. Artifact discovered. Recruitment. Use it carefully. I believe offering. Okay. Let me see real quick. Let's just go check it out. So recruitment. You hold a tryout. You recruit new talent to join your training roster.
Okay. So I think in that case, like how I sent like scouts and stuff, you would be able to just instantly grab somebody when you choose.
All right. Ted DiBiase is happy that you completed his request, so he's happy and gained some experience. Cool. Rey Mysterio has been reevaluated from 4 to 8 to 5 to 7. So
they've just kind of dialed in his time frame a little better.
Neidhart's ready to return. These are kind of old ones, so for those of you, Yoshiaki, I get him over with the fans, which I think I did that because he was a title holder for a long time.
Yeah, I think if he's not there yet, if you keep the belt with him, you'll get that. And I believe you get like a flood of creative points for doing those.
And then raise the prestige. I have not for the World Television Championship, which Yoshiaki holds. So if I can just keep them working together, that might be in my best interest. And then I don't know if I ever did hold 2.
I think that's gonna take us a while. I think we got to build like feuds for that.
So, and then here's just some of my older emails, I think. But yeah, that's everything from my end. So we'll toss it over to Cody to wrap up.
I was gonna like literally pout if I didn't get an artifact.
That would have been awesome.
I'm over it. All right, so we get roulette as our hidden artifact. We get. Good job. Okay, wow. Okay, so we get 240 creative points.
Wow.
For Misawa winning Wrestler of the Year.
Damn.
So that's big for us because our balance started a lot lower.
You needed it.
Being a smaller company, yeah. So that gives us a little bit to play with. And then his popularity also went up 10 for winning the award. And then we'll take a look at our artifact here. Roulette. Run a gimmick match roulette. Adding a random gimmick to the match.
Yep. Love that.
That sounds fun.
Sweet.
That's literally, yeah, I mean, I guess it's the name of it, right? Like how they used to do like I think they just called that Raw Roulette. When they would have Raw in Vegas and Eric Bischoff would have like the big wheel of match types. That sounds like that. I assume the way I read this though is it's probably one match, not the whole show. But that's still pretty dope. I assume it's a way to like boost a match pretty good.
Sweet.
All right, so that is where we sit. I've got House Party coming up, a silver event. Cheek has sold out a bronze event, and Canada has the Royal Rumble, which I think is silver as well. So we're going to be booking our January pay-per-view and going forward. But again, we're having a lot of fun with this, so this will be something that you see pop up on the channel some, on the YouTube side of things. If you want more of this, if you want it to be more frequent, give love on the video, likes, comments, all that stuff shows us. The 2K stuff will continue to be posted. No worries there. But we'll be doing not only stuff in booking, but we've been saying for a while, we'll be looking to get into all sorts of different wrestling games as time goes on. We're starting to gradually expand those wings a little bit. So if there's something that you really love that's going on, you got to give us that communication. You got to be like Kara right now in the live stream. You got to let us know because then we're like, okay. We're men of the people at the end of the day. But hopefully you enjoyed our opening booking to Journey Wrestling. Again, there will be more videos on this as time goes. Just awesome that they shot us over a code and gave us the opportunity to dive into this game. We've had a ton of fun with it, booking this out to start. I know we're going to want to play it more anyway. So like I said, there'll definitely be more videos of this. And, you know, as you watch these videos, if there's certain feuds, certain wrestlers you want to see push that are on our roster, certain people that we're not diving into, let us know. And if you're watching this video early, this stream is June 8th. By the time you see the YouTube video, the discount might be gone. But take a look through June 12th. 15% off Journey of Wrestling. But even if not, it is
Or play it on the browser.
Yeah, true. It's an easy $15 spend. If you're nervous about the $15 spend, you can literally go to the browser version, journeywrestling.com, and test it out for yourself. I think you guys are going to get locked in, but we're going to call it there. So, gentlemen, 1 to 10, how do you feel?
I feel like an 11 right now with WWF. I feel unstoppable. Let's see. Can we see the fan?
Ooh, yeah, I got you. I'll pull that up. Cheek, how do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I feel like I got a couple good feuds in the works. I got some good title holders, so we're learning a lot. I learned a lot through these couple bookings. So next, it's only going to get better. And the game in general is just pretty damn fun because you could just do whatever the hell you want.
Oh, there was job fan history.
Was it job? Oh, there it is. I never think to go to job. So obviously you can see like the starting fans, me being lower, you know, so we're saying we're looking at fan changes. I think with WWF. So you can see this is just the difference of, you know, 0 is where we began, right? So I was kind of a break even that first week, but you can see as stuff moves week to week.
Yeah, I'm not even worried. It's
Yeah.
what we do. We're going to be right back up at the next pay-per-view, baby. I'm not even sweating.
Nothing can stop this man.
And nothing can stop you from hitting subscribe. Toodles.